Swati. I can already see so many new, the last batch faces. Hi, Mansi. Hi, Bhavya.
Hi.
Sumitra. Hi. Okay, cool. So today is the day of making Instagram Reels, right? And this day is probably the longest day of all. So please keep 3 hours of your time with me today, and I can tell you, you won't regret. Even if you are missing out on some nice TV serial or something very nice, this session will absolutely be a game changer for you. Not only will you be learning today a skill many of you are not aware with how Instagram works, and that too how we can use sketch notes like this to make Instagram reels. But also today there'll be a huge mind shift change today, and I'll be actually telling you a very chewable, easy formulas by which there will be a mind change shift today. So let me just take one more minute to drop in the message in the group that I am live, so that people don't miss it. I am live. Join fast. Okay, one second. Okay, cool. Um, if by any chance we touch 100, please let me know, and then we will do something. We might have to go on YouTube then. Or I'm already thinking, should we put it on YouTube already? Remind new participants to. Let's talk about Instagram Reels. For all those who have not been the part of this mentorship program, just a quick bit that we have already done 5 sessions of this mentorship in which we learn how to use sketch notes for our personal branding. And before today, all the participants have been able to draft their sketch note. So they already have a sketch note prepared. Later on, I'll give you all the new people who are joining in today. I'll be giving you some time to draw that sketch note so that we are ready to make Instagram reels today, right? So that's the background. So don't get hugely surprised of what we are going, because we are going ahead with already some backup work which we have already done. But I'll come to that a little later. So let me share my screen now, because I need to teach you something very, very valuable before we actually start making Instagram reels. So I'm sharing my screen, and let me know if you are able to see my screen. Give me a quick thumbs up if you are able to see my screen. You are able to see my screen? Yeah. Okay. So today we are meeting for the sixth mission, which is the Sketchathon mission. And today we'll be learning on sketchnoted Instagram reels. Now, first of all, before even going to the Instagram Reels, there are two things about Instagram Reels. Can anyone tell me what are the two skills which are needed to make Instagram Reels? What are the two biggest skills? Anyone? Drop in the chat. Drop in the chat.
Editing.
Okay, so editing is one. Absolutely correct. Editing. So that's the technical part. And what is the second most important part?
Time.
What is that, Bhavya? Time.
Storytelling and solution.
Story, yeah.
Storytelling, absolutely. Storytelling. And that's what I have observed many a times. And that's what I'm almost sure many of you are struggling as well. So, first of all, many of you might not be knowing what Instagram is and or how to make reels. So that's the easier part. But even from the last batch, what I've seen, what people have made sketchathons, made sketchnoted reels, what I've seen is that we still lack the skill of storytelling. And if you ask me very honestly, storytelling is also that skill which is a born talent in few people. Like, for example, all those stand up comedians or people who become public speakers. And most of the people who are good at storytelling, they almost know that they are good at storytelling. And most of them choose a career accordingly. Or if you are not even choosing a career, if you are in a job kind of a profile, you still know that you have this in you. But today, my job will be to make all of you a storyteller. So that's what we human beings do, right? Of course, many things are born talents, but can we formulate few things to at least become, if not 100%, can we become 60% of what we want to become, right? That's what I have seen in most of the sketch notes, which people have made from the last batch. But we'll come to the Instagram reels a little later. Let's come to this part first. Now, what is storytelling? Out of all the definitions, the jazzy definitions which we have on internet, storytelling is basically presenting your information in an interesting way. Do you agree with me? That's what our nana nanis, our dada dadis are excellent in doing, or that's what is there in those storybooks. But today we'll be in fact breaking down this into formulas so that we can actually understand what storytelling is. And again, I'm telling you, I keep on looking at your LinkedIn's, keep on looking at your Instagrams, and I miss that. You have made the sketch note, you have made the reel, but the storytelling is missing. Yes. So what is storytelling? Now, let's do an exercise. My favorite way of teaching things is by actually involving you. Now, all of you can see this picture, yes or no? Can all of you see a picture?
Yes.
Yes.
Write in the comment, what are you seeing in this picture? Drop in the comments. What are you seeing in this picture? Drop in the comments, what are you seeing in this picture? And you have to work with me today because if you won't work, you won't learn. So be very expressive. We are a family here. Don't worry. We are not judging. Even if you are wrong or right, we are all learning together. Try to write in a sentence because your answers are already absolutely wrong. I can tell you if you are answering it in one word. So basically, that means you are very far from storytelling. So try to express what you are seeing here. So people are seeing a tree. Some people are seeing cloud. Sakshi is saying there is a solitary tree. Yes, a single tree in large open field giving shade. That's what we are seeing here, right? A tree standing alone in a beautiful day. The last tree, beautiful sky and mountain which has a tree. All of you please participate in this because I will tell you how we can convert this expression into a some other expression. But first of all, you have to involve in this. If you won't involve yourself in this process, you won't learn today. A sunny afternoon with bright sunshine, clear cloud, and a lovely Naresh is writing it in a nice way. A sunny afternoon with bright sunshine, clear clouds, and a lovely tree standing along majestically. Okay. Then I'm trying to read some of them. There is a tree standing alone with little grass. Okay. Sunny day with brick tree. All of you, please read the chats. I think all of you can read the chats, right? Can you all read the
Yes,
chats of
yes.
everyone?
Yeah, we can.
You can't or you can't?
We
You
can.
can.
We can. We can.
We
Yes,
can,
we
we
can.
can.
Can you
So
read
try to
mine
read all
too?
the chats.
I tried
Now,
writing something.
now see what's happening here. Most of us are answering this. A tree in the middle of the green field under a blue sky with some clouds. Do you agree with me? Read all the chats and see what have been we writing today. We already have 90 people, so I'm scared a little. If there are more 100 people, then there'll be a lot of complaints that I was not able to join. Are we all? Are we seeing that our answers are like this? Now, this is what is called as zero emotions, no story, just facts. And what happens to this? People don't stop at your post. I'm talking about posts in general. Call it a LinkedIn post, call it an Instagram post, call it on all social medias. And trust me, this also percolates down to your personality as well. And that is why you feel scared of small talks. People find you non-entertaining. People find you absolutely 9 to 5 kind of a person in which I can work with you, but I can't enjoy evenings with you. I don't want to take names, of course I don't know you personally, but you all know, you have seen these kind of people, right? You all, or you want to work with them, but they are not entertaining. See what's happening here, it's zero emotion. Now what if I, now after telling you this, can you all give it a formal try or a conscious try to make it in a storytelling format? So I've already told you that this is a zero emotion, no story, just facts. You are stating a fact. Now, can you story tell this? All of you, give it a try. Can you story tell this? And I'm reading the chat. And don't worry, feel free to be wrong. My workshops are absolutely open to be wrong. A lush green grassland with a solitary tree, though all alone yet standing strong. Mansi has written. Okay. Okay. I'm listening my favorite music and I am in this space. Okay. Tree is waiting for someone to give its shadow and fruits. Okay. Ankur is writing. And I can already see that what huge value you all will be learning today. And that's why I wanted to keep this session open because we all need this. Bhavani, oh, Bhavani, I always confuse with your name. Sorry. Bhavani, I know your name is Bhavani. My go-to place where I can find my solace, some me time to discover myself, where I find myself lost, yet I can find myself. Bhavani, claps for you. You are very close to what a storytelling is basically. But my whole point is that what could be the formula for this? So why Bhavani was able to speak something like this or write something like this, but why not all of us? Because we are probably Bhavani is a natural storyteller, or maybe she has made up her mind consciously to storytell something. My job is today to excite that consciousness in you to for you to become a storyteller. Let me read few more. Raju went for picnic. He reached a green, grassy, peaceful place where cool breeze was blowing. Dell, someone with name Dell. Rohit is writing, this was the tree from where the apple felt on Newton's head. Okay, nice. Um, a tree representing strength facing all season. Neha Rathore is writing something. A tree representing strength facing all season. Neha, you're also very close to, but you might be missing few pointers which will help you. Are you already seeing that once I showed you this, that this is zero emotion, you are actually at step 2 already. You have already crossed that okay, can I make it more interesting? You are conscious about it. The first learning is already on you, that try to make every data exciting. Now, what whoever is able to make this exciting, what are they doing in their head? Let's try to formulate this. I am giving you an example here and see if these examples are matching your answer or not. Now, this is one of the this is how I would write a story. Once there was a lonely tree standing quietly in the sea of silence. It had everything: space, light, air, but no company. Storms came, winds tried to uproot it, and summers left it cracked. The tree stood, but with scars no one could see. Until one day, a small sapling sprouted nearby, and for the first time, the tree wasn't just surviving, it was seen, and slowly it began to thrive.
Wow.
Do you see a story here? Do you see a story of motivation here? Now, I being myself, I have converted it into a motivational story. Everything which you see as a picture can be converted into a metaphorical story. Now, here, what I have done is a standing alone tree is a metaphor. Can you tell me what is the metaphor I am using here? What is the metaphor in my mind I am using here? A standing alone tree is basically the metaphor of
A
confidence.
person fighting it out alone.
Fighting it out. These are the metaphors. Am I already communicating to you one thing? That whatever you see, first of all, start seeing things in metaphors. Unless and until you do this, you will not be taking the step of storytelling. Is it clear to you? Is this fact clear to you that everything around you should be a metaphor? Right at this moment, I want you to see anything in your room. See anything in your room. See anything in your room right now and focus on that one object and try to think what that object could be metaphorically. What is that object? If you are seeing a trophy in your room, what is that trophy? What is the metaphor of that trophy? That you won against fighting times, or you did a fabulous. I mean, you change yourself to earn that. So basically, it's a metaphor of change. It's a metaphor of win. Can you all see that in your room? One object. Don't worry, we will be actually going down deeper today on this. So you are understanding the now and the then situation which I created, right? We have moved from just this factful sentence, and keep on imagining that if I ask you to post this picture on Instagram, you would have actually posted this picture with this caption only: a tree in the middle, this. Totally a fact. And then what happens? Nobody pays attention. And imagine that you are writing this in your caption. Already you will see if you do an A/B test, you will see that this is more engaging. I'm already imagining that one person, if you meet in a party and if a person says this and the another person who says this, most of you will make friends of with these people. Yes or no?
Yes.
Let's see what is the formula and why I'm focusing today on storytelling and why I'm so interested in changing you, because people don't remember facts, they remember feelings. If you don't, it's the sooner you realize this, trust me, the better and more successful you will be, especially in your corporate life. Because in corporates, as you rise up the ladder, you are no more a fact person, you are becoming a change leader. And that means you have to focus on feelings. So understand this, and especially if kids are joining today, I'm sorry to say, kids, your schools and your colleges will make you absolutely a robot of facts, figures, data, graph, all these things. And I'm sorry to say that when you grow, you are only left to life, which will teach you that life is not about facts and figures. Life is more about human feelings. All the adults, how many of you agree with me? Give me a thumbs up, so that the kids here joining, I already see someone with Vimsy, Mary, there is a kid here. How many of you agree with me that your majority of decisions of life will depend on feelings and not just facts and figures? Most people who deal with facts and figures are the
Piyush,
lowest cost people.
Piyush, we are 100 now.
We are on?
100.
We are 100.
That's 100.
Okay, then give me a minute. I have to go on live stream.
Sorry to interrupt you, but you told me to
Hey,
remind.
good that you did. Let me just do it. I have to log into my account. So sorry for this pause, folks. I have to do it. So I have to do it. Before I see complaints, and I am already forgetting. I handsomely need 2 minutes for this. So give me some time. Hope my screen is not shared, right? Um, 1 second. Confirm on the Gmail app. Go live. I hope it will go live. I think 30 seconds more. Setting up your meeting on YouTube live. Okay, nice. I think we are live there. 30 seconds more. Setting up your meeting on YouTube live. So I'm canceling it. I am sharing my screen again. Where are we right now? 1 second. Okay. Whoever reminded me, thanks for this. Okay, so remember that it's all about human feelings, and that's when you will be able to persuade more people. If you want to become a public leader or maybe a public figure, the only thing which makes a person public figure, how many minds you can influence. And you can only influence a mind if you story tell your facts. Otherwise, you will be a boring person standing and you won't be able to make a difference. And wherever you see a storytelling or wherever you see a public speaker, let it be a TED talk or maybe your MD of the company, if you like them, you like people because of storytelling. Now let's come to the formula. So can there be a formula for storytelling? How many of you think that there can be a formula? I've already, I think, convinced you. You will say yes. In fact, I have a good news for you. Not one, but today I will tell you 4 ways to storytell. And the last one is my favorite. And I'm pretty sure it will become your favorite as well. Are you ready? Are you ready to learn today the storytelling way? And I'll actually make you a storyteller today. Yes? Give me a quick yes. Open your mics. I want some chaos here.
Yes,
Open your
yes.
mics and say yes. I want to hear your voice.
Yes,
Yes.
yes.
Yes,
sir.
yes, sir.
We are
Yes,
also
I love
curious.
chaos. Pause your mics.
Yes.
Pause your mics. Okay. The first way is, look at this, and I'll show you examples today. The first way is start with emotions, not data. Which means, even if let's say you have a data to show, and data, I don't mean data by just numbers. Even this picture is a data, right? It's a visual data. Now, don't lead with statistics, lead with human emotions behind the number. Every number, understand that maths is not the engine of life. Maths is only a way to help you out to take decisions which will help people emotion. Now let's check with example. In this picture, like I showed you the tree picture, if you have to put this picture on Instagram or let's say on social media, many people will say this: 75% employees feel burnout. This is a data which you are saying. But how you can say this, the same information, is in a story way, and read the formula. Start with emotions, not data. Ria wakes up with anxiety every day, overwhelmed by emails. She doesn't remember when she last slept well. Like her, 75% of corporate employees feel burnout. Are you able to see the difference between how the same sentence, how the same data is written in a storytelling format?
Yes.
Yes, that's the formula. Don't imagine the data first. Imagine how this data will affect someone or is affecting someone. Right now, here you can think of any other example. Give me a data. So, okay, let's say the pollution level in ABC city has reached 90%. Let's say this is the data. What will be the story point? What will be the story according to this formula? Can anyone try? Drop it in the chat. Let's say the data is 90% of this city is under pollution. So what could be a story? A story could be where you make how one person is feeling. So Ria shifted to ABC city in search of a good life. What she ended up is living in pollution. Is there a story? I'm making a very bad story, folks, but still better than the fact ones. Is this point clear? The first point, is this point clear? Yes. Let's come to the same example, but let's learn in the tree format. So what would okay, I have not changed this maybe. Let's come to the second point. Maybe let's try this out. I'm sorry that I have copied this only. I missed mentioning here. Can anyone now tell me the same tree picture being told in this format? So start with emotions and not data. What could be an example for this tree format? Drop in the chat. Someone is writing, Raju was coughing and sneezing continuously. His father was doctor and said he's suffering from allergy caused by pollution. Yes, absolutely. What could be this tree format? Give it a try. Write on chat. What could be a storytelling for this tree? Are you giving it a try? I don't see any chat till now. I get my inspiration from a single tree I observed once in a sunny afternoon standing alone without any care of the world. Look at this, sunny. Naresh, bang on. So what Naresh is, I'm pretty sure most of you are also able to make this, but Naresh, you are already on the point. So maybe I can copy this and put this here directly on the slide. So let me do that. So that's Naresh's answer, which I'm putting it here. Yes. Can you see this difference? So that's formula number 1 for you. And let's check the formula number 2. What is the formula number 2? Humanize it. And what is it here? If there in your story there is a number, or maybe there is a fact, or even a picture. Right now the picture already is of a human, but even if it is not of a human, try to humanize it. Which means stats are abstract, people are real. Do you agree with me? Stats are a man-made thing, but it only supports people. So people are real. Everything has to boil down on people. Everything, no matter how much you are working, whatever you are making, it ultimately affects the people. In fact, to that level that once I argued to my professor when I was doing an MBA, and then we had a subject on B2C and B2B. Do you understand what is B2C and B2B? Business to customer and business to business. And I argued that how can you be a B2B? Like, what is B2B? Business to business. Does anything exist business to business? It's always, even in business to business, your end consumer has to be a person, right? It's a person. And then when you say B2B, you still see that the best way to market in B2B is making connections, networking. So that means it's human. I don't understand why we say B2B and it's still human. You cannot talk to a building. You have to talk to a human, even in B2B, right? And for that matter, for anything, even if you are on social media, you're actually talking to a person. So wrap data inside a relatable character. Example, instead of saying, now see, this is the picture. And imagine that this is a picture which I have taken to show that thousands of children go missing every year. This is data. It doesn't excite big emotions, but say like this, humanize it. This is Ali. He hasn't seen his mother for 4 months, in 4 months. Are you seeing the difference here? Yes. All of you, please open your cameras if possible, because I need to see your faces. Are you realizing this? Can I change the same tree example into humanize it? Give it a try. So again, I'm showing you this tree example, humanize it. And this is the boring way, which is a tree in the middle of a green field under blue sky. What could be a humanized version of this? Give it a try. I'm reading your chats. I'm reading your chats. How can I humanize this? Suma is saying, once I was diving in the road of UK and I could relieve the scene of 90s Windows wallpaper with just a true added to the scene. Yes, fabulously done, you, Suma. But how are you humanizing it? How are you humanizing it? So Jyotsna is saying, I stand alone with no one to share what I have yet. So basically, Jyotsna is humanizing this tree with herself. Probably Suma was also trying to do the same. Missing the loved ones, waiting alone. Shailendra, so that was not, yeah, maybe you are humanizing the tree with a human. Yeah, that's also correct. A strong father giving all, Neha, fabulous. Look at that. A strong father giving all seasons alone, strong solitude. So basically this tree is father. Did I tell you already that how you can metaphorize every object around you? So here a tree is father. For Nelson, what is Nelson saying? My good friend, so a good friend. Green tree, the tree is a good friend. Vimsy is saying a man with no friends in a jungle. Yeah. So Vimsy, good that you're metaphorizing this in a man, but again, this you can add a little more to make it like a story. Strong but lonely, confident but solitary. All the tree needed was someone to talk to. Yeah, Swati is also metaphorizing it like a human. What this could be an example. This is Ravi. After 9 years of corporate chaos, he finally took a break. This photo is the first time in months he just stood still. Humanizing it.
Yes.
Right? And this way, whenever you are telling a story or want to communicate something, you can easily use the whole game of metaphorization. Let's move to the third one. What is the third rule here? A very important rule, especially when you are a public speaker, especially when you are talking in social media. Make the audience the hero. What does this mean? So basically, don't pass on the information from a distance. What does this mean? In English vocabulary, a lot of you might be fabulous with English. Have you heard of in English something called as, if I'm right here, third form and second form and first form? So what is that example? First form is talking about I. So I'm talking in the first form. What is the third format? Third form format? The third form is basically you are talking in general to anyone. In general. The tree was standing. That's a third form. What is the second form? The second form is basically when I'm directly talking to you. I'm talking to Arpita Ram, for example. Arpita, you are a tree. That's the you format. What I want you to do is always talk in a you format. And you will see, you will feel inside that when you will be talking in you format, you will feel that a thrill in your spine, because now you know that you are actually talking to a person. And it's so easy for us to talk in general. In Hindi we can say in general gyan dena, in general we can give a lot of gyan, but when it actually, when your sentences will have you in it, you will feel more responsible, and you will feel that you will not be able to talk silly, or silly in the sense you cannot give wrong facts then, because now you're talking to you. And that's what human beings read as well. Audience should feel it's their story. When the audience feels your story is about them, they trust your facts more. So the U format. Now look at this picture. Of course, there can be a lot of meanings to this picture. One of the meaning is, let's say, a healthy relationship needs mutual respect, open communication, and emotional support. I'm pretty sure 90% of you are very happy with this red sentence. You are very happy with this. Oh yes, but you will see what happens. This is a generic gyan. This is gyan in the air. This is the third party. This is the third format of English. Now check this. How can you say this? You have always been the one who texts first, explains harder, and forgives faster. But deep down, you just want someone who listens without interrupting, respects your space, and grows with you, not against you. Is Ali. He hasn't seen his mother. Oh, sorry. This was a copy. Oh, this was funny. Not against you. Do you see the difference here? The U format. The U format actually, and especially it is applicable when you are talking to people in public, where you can still feel that this person is talking to me because he's just saying you. When you say you, every 100 people starts thinking that it's you. I'm talking to you directly. Do you already remember? I want these formulas to go in your mind. I know it's still difficult, but I'll try my best to again put this in your blood today. So the first is start with emotions, not data. The second is humanize it. Mute your mics. Mute your mics. The second is humanize it. The third is make the audience the hero. Will you remember this? Making your audience hero. And that's the biggest difference between a good public speaker and a bad public speaker. The bad public speaker always, and you will feel that thing in that speaker. He will be in his space. He will feel very itchy in talking in the language of you. And you will feel that, oh my God, I didn't feel connected to this speaker. And this is the reason here. Shall we move to the fourth?
Excuse me, Piyush.
My
Can you
favorite one.
please
Any
go
questions?
back to the second slide? I mean, the second one.
Second one is this.
Thank you so much.
Yes. Any other questions? Any other questions? All good? Now, let me tell you my favorite one. And if I tell you, just follow the last one and keep these three in your subconscious brain. That's it. That's the whole formula. The last one is the exact formula. And keep these 3 points in your subconscious brain. That's it. And you will see that it will automatically change the way you speak. We didn't do this one, the tree example. So if I have to make the audience the hero, how will I make the same tree example? A tree in the middle of green field. This is the boring way. How can you say this? So see how I'm changing it to a U format. You might feel alone right now, unseen, but your roots are growing. And sometimes all it takes is one connection to remind you how strong you already are. The U format. Yeah. And what would be a non-U format to say the same thing? Stand alone even if nobody is with you. Again, I'm using you here, but stand alone even with nobody there. This is a in general gyan, which I have just put it in the air. Let's come to and see what's happening here. Now the viewer feels something before knowing anything factual. The tree becomes a symbol of emotional healing. Let's come to the fourth one. And I'm almost sure many of you might not be knowing this. And after knowing this, I have to give you a disclaimer. Most of your movies will become boring. Because when you go to a restaurant, when you see the kitchen, the food is not tasty anymore, right? Similarly, when you see a movie, And when you know that the formula is being followed, the movie will not be a interesting one anymore to you. But still, let the movie not be interesting, but I want you to be interesting because I want you to build your personal brand on social media. This is the formula here, folks. Listen to this. This is called the classic narrative flow. And this narrative flow is basically following 4 steps. One is called setup, struggle, climax, and shift. Have you heard of this? So basically, what happens is, imagine a movie, and all the movies, in fact, all the movies are made in this formula, which means there is an initial setup that the movie will, first half an hour will be the initial setup of the hero. Okay, let me give you an example. Bahubali. Everyone has seen Bahubali, especially people joining from India. Or take example of Harry Potter. So initially it will show Bahubali's normal life. He is a normal village guy. Or a Harry Potter, a normal guy. Or maybe a Spider-Man, a normal guy doing job and all. Then comes the struggle. So a struggle, show the challenge or conflict, which means now the struggle. Do you remember Bahubali movie in which he is struggling to rise up the mountain?
Yes.
It builds. So around 40%, I'm talking about Bollywood movies, let's say a movies of 3 hours. Initial 30 minutes is the introduction of the characters. Next 40 minutes is the build up of the struggle, that how the struggle build. Maybe he is being bullied by friends, or he has already chosen some nice goal for his life, but he is not able to achieve. So daily struggle is there, some struggle. The third one is, which you all wait for, the climax, in which the character will win from those struggles. So one final climax will be there in which the whole problem will be solved. And then there will be a shift in which the last 15 minutes will be shown that how now, if the life of the hero was this, now the life of the hero is a little changed, which is a little uplifted, which means happily married after or happily ever after. So that's the shift. If I have to show you in the graph format, let me show you in the graph format. In fact, this is also called as Freytag's pyramid of storytelling. And look at this. So this is, or he has used different words. I'm not a big fan of difficult words. So this part is exposition. Exposition is basically when you are exposed, which means the setup. So beginning of the story where the characters are settling, are introduced. Then the rising action. Rising action is basically the struggle where the main character faces a series of conflicts. The third one is climax, the most exciting part of the story when we learn about the outcome, where the hero has overcome the main struggle. And then the resolution is basically when the end of the story is coming, where this, can you see the difference here? There is the level difference here. So the hero will not come back to the same life. Otherwise the story will become boring. So the hero has to have a better life after it. And that's the difference. So events leading to the end of story, which basically means the shift, show the resolution. Are you getting my point here?
Mm-hmm.
Now let me take an example of any strong story. If you see any popular story, will follow this formula. And this formula has not changed for years. Films, if you see films or TED Talk, try to now imagine when you are seeing a TED Talk. The speaker builds up something like this. Even for example, today also. Now this becomes so much in your, goes so much in your blood. Even if you observe my introduction, now I didn't follow this formula to be honest, but you know, subconsciously, consciously it happens. Why did I tell you this fourth is my best? Do you see that I'm building the climax? I wanted you to wait for fourth one.
Mm-hmm.
Everyone was thinking, oh my God, 1, 2, 3 are so exciting. What will be the fourth one? Did you observe? I'm using this in my, even the basics. Let me also give you an example here. Am I opening too much about myself? So for example, if I'm going to a party, and I know that I'll be meeting a lot of strangers, I love playing the underdog. I might be the best person there, but I love playing the underdog. But I don't know anything. I am full stupid person. I want you to feel when you will meet me after 2 times or 3 times and 4 times, then you will feel, oh my God, he's not that stupid. He's in fact better than me. And that's the climax which I'm taking you to. And many people open their cards in their first meet. And that's when the only way forward is down. Because now you will feel, oh my God, because you know the best of that person. And now the only way forward is down because the person will get boring, 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 and boring. So that's how you build climaxes. We'll work on this. Now imagine that this is a story. And in fact, when I was putting this slide, this story was going in my mind, which is so common in India, in which एक था राजा एक थी रानी दोनों मर गए खत्म कहानी. Correct? So there was a king and a queen, and they married and lived happily ever after. Now, if I would show this line, this is boring. Now see, can I change this into this formula? Read the first line. King Veer and Queen Meera ruled a peaceful kingdom where no one ever raised their voice. The setup, I am setting up. But silence wasn't harmony, it was fear. People hid their problems. One day a drought struck and no one spoke up until it was too late. The struggle. Queen Meera gathered the villagers and broke the silence herself. We cannot solve what we do not say. The people finally opened up and the king listened. Climax. Shift. From that day, the kingdom flourished. Not just with crops, but with courage. Because truth they learned grows where voices are heard. Are you imagining the 4 stages being used? Now, if I would show this one paragraph to you, trust me, you won't be able to understand these 4 stages unless and until I exactly show you right now. But this is what goes. Now, this green one is a simple paragraph which you will see that, yeah, this is what this is in the books. But this is following this setup, struggle, climax, shift. Will you remember this, folks? You don't need to remember the word, but try to remember or maybe if you will try, if
Yes.
you can also try to remember this this graph. So setup, then building action, and then climax, and then falling action. But trust me, even if I tell you this formula, it's still little difficult to imbibe in your life because this becomes a habit. This has to become a habit. Today, I will try to make this a habit to you. Let's see if we can work this in this tree formula. Can now anyone tell me this tree formula? And can you draft this tree story in the form of this classic narrative? Setup, struggle, climax, shift. Give it a try, folks. Give it a try. See that you are using these 4 stages to define a tree. And I already could read many people who have given this example in the first, when I asked, many people were giving this kind of example already. That means it is natural to you. And you are lucky. You are absolutely lucky if this is natural to you. But what about the unlucky people? For you, there is a formula. And trust me, everyone is lucky in some way. And no matter what kind of formulas are there in the market, it basically is a born talent. Now, somebody has made it like a formula so that everyone can become at least a little bit there. Even humor can be taught, for example. There is a formula to humor. And some people have natural humor. That's okay. So, yeah, try to give an example, folks. Try to draft this story in the 4 format. And I'm again telling you, if you will not try right now, you won't learn. Because this will just be a formula. You will still be a geeky, factful person making boring Instagram posts. Okay, Savvy, the first line. Try to make these 4 lines. Give it a try. I'm giving you handsome 1 minute for this. Tree once was a small plant. It was struggling in strong winds. It stood firmly after rainy season. It grew taller and taller. New leaves and branches grew on it, became strong. Somebody who is Dell. Absolutely bang on Dell. I mean, I can only call you Dell now. What's your name, by the way, if you can open your mic? So, okay. Can you all read what Dell has written? Now see, what you have done is absolutely correct. You have made a story, but see that you have forgotten the first 3 formulas. So you are still talking about the tree. Where is the humanize here? Where is the emotion here? And where is the winning of the audience here? And that's what I am talking about. So you are using this formula in the absolutely correct way, but you're still talking about this tree only. You're still, this sentence is very factual, although it's a story of a tree, but you are communicating to a human. You have to convert it into a human. Jyotsna is writing, it stood for a long time in middle of nowhere, not knowing why it was until. Jyotsna, try writing 4 sentences. You're making your life complex by writing it in one sentence only. Try to write 4 sentences. Try to write 4 sentences, folks. Naresh, if you can write it 4 sentences. Shailendra is writing, it was barren land, no one was there, but then there was flood and some life started to grow. One more drought and then finally the tree. Bang on. You are also doing the right thing, Shailendra. Just remember the 3 points. Let me again show you the 3 points because we are all missing the third point. 3 points here. Make the audience the hero. So basically talk in you. Then humanize it. So basically this tree, the point is not tree here. You have to humanize it. And the first is start with emotions. Don't build statistics, although this tree example, there are no big statistics here. But the whole point is that try to humanize it. Bring in the emotions here. Nelson is saying, we were walking in a serene place. There were you, me, and a big magnificent emperor, a huge tree. The cloud was about to pour rain, but we were under the tree and we were so proud of its sheltering us. Good one. Good one. Maybe you can build the climax a little more. So, you know, that feeling should be there that, oh, wow, a little bit of wow, that whenever that little bit of wow is there, that means somebody has built a climax and opened the climax. That's where you will say wow. Wow comes because of that only. If there is no climax and no opening of climax, the natural wow doesn't come. Ankur is saying, set up a tree who is alone in the world. Yes, no one to talk. Still stood in all climate. Yeah, so Ankur, you are still talking about the tree. Come out from the tree. Humanize it. Sridevi is writing something. You are a man who started your journey alone, but you have grown to a person with all your efforts. Finally, you have come to a state that everyone has started noticing you. And one day, oh my God, Sridevi, full claps to you. Nice. Look at that, what she has written. You are a man who started your journey alone, but you have grown to a great person with all your efforts. Finally, you have come to a state that everyone started noticing you and one day will approach you for help. Absolutely. That's the flow where I am right now. Let's see what I have here. I have changed the green color into shades of green for you to understand the sentences. In the middle of endless hills stood a lone tree, quite rooted, untouched. Its day were calm, its world wide and green. But the winds came harder that year, the skies darkened often, seasons. So, in fact, even I am talking about the tree here itself. So, see, I have not used the humanized thing, but that's what I want you to do. So, try to humanize it as well. The more you will mix these 4 formulas, the more stronger story it will become. But you are understanding it, right? You got the point here. If you have got the point, I want you to understand this now. So these are the formulas, but you know, I've seen that even if I tell you this formula, it will still be a difficult task for you because it needs the change of mindset. So this is the change of attitude. And let me also try to formulate the attitudinal thing. The first is this. The first is this, folks. Try to see every topic as a human emotion. So whenever you are reading a fact, always try to think that how it will change somebody's emotions. So don't ask what's the data, ask what does this feel like for someone. So for example, I'm giving you a very common example. In fact, when you're talking on phone, your mom will say, in fact, when I'm talking to my mom in India, oh, it's so hot. And I know that in India, it's so hot. Now, it's so hot is data. And now I will say, it's so, here also it's raining. She is giving me data, I am giving data. Data. After 2 minutes, it's a blank silence. Yes or no? How many of you have faced this? Nothing to talk about. And some people you have observed that they talk for hours. How are they talking for hours? Because they are converting each data into human emotion. So my mom is saying, it's so hot here. What should be my second sentence? Will I ask temperature? So hot, okay, how much temperature? So mom, how are you? Are you able to sleep nicely because it's so hot? Are you seeing that I'm converting to emotion? And this is what, in fact, all of you are probably what I see from the faces. You don't need this, but some of you who are teenagers, and especially in these days, if you're trying to find out a partner, maybe dating or something, this is where your decisions go wrong. Because what you're asking is all data points. Oh, what is your salary? What is your age? Where are you from? You are not going on the emotional part. So what is the salary? What is the emotion behind it? Check whether this salary is an ego for him or her. Check whether this salary is a support for his family. Check whether whether this salary is something else. Do you agree with me? Some people are so proud of their salaries. It's an ego state for them. Do you want to marry that person? He will always keep counting your numbers. So turn burnout into a tired mother. So a burnout is a fact, but is equal to your mother is tired. Turn growth into a tree reaching for light. Am I making sense, folks? Am I making sense? So
Yes.
whenever you are seeing a data point, imagine that, okay, I'm giving you a very lame example. Imagine that right now my Zoom goes away and I have to close this call. This is the data that Piyush organized a workshop and his technology was shit. This is a data point. Now, can you make a story out of it? You will be making a story. How will you make a, now, even if you write this and imagine that you have an intention of bad mouthing me on social media. Now, if this, I'm giving you my own, my own grave. So imagine this, you will write that, okay, the Zoom failed, the light went off and all those, this is fact. But what will you write? You will write, I took, my kid needed me and I told my kid that, hey, I have to attend a really good workshop. Can you sleep alone today? And I took out time and I feel so unfortunate that the trainer didn't take care of or didn't respect our time. Oh my God, full social media will be, oh yeah. No one will think of me. That even I might have faced some problem, right? This is what your news readers do. This is what your news readers do. They will show that political party in a good light, which they want to. The same news. And if I have to be very open to you, this is where one country's killer becomes a terrorist and the other one country's killer becomes a fighter. Both are killing people, but it's the narrative which you set. It's the narrative which you will set will make whether Israel is a hero right now or Iran is a hero right now. It's what your news channels will tell you will become hero in your mind. Yes or no? And that is why political parties control the media, because it's not about actually a person is doing right or wrong. It's about what perception the media creates in your mind, and that results into vote. It's never about whether the person was actually right or wrong. Votes are given on perception. Sales are given on perception. That's why you end up buying wrong products. But the story was so well. Okay, come to the second point. Visualize metaphors constantly. Now, whatever you see, try to think of a metaphor. So, burnout is a fact. What can be a burnout? Oh, candle melting. Boundaries. Let's say you are setting up boundaries. What could be boundaries? Umbrella in the rain. And now I'm pretty sure people from my mentorship program, they are already thorough with this. You're already thorough with thinking in metaphors. Self-worth. What is self-worth? A tree that doesn't move when others walk away. So tell me, what is negotiation? You're talking about negotiation. What is that metaphor that is coming in your mind for negotiation? If I'm talking about negotiation, or maybe a visual that is coming in your mind. If let's say you have to make a post on negotiation, what kind of visual will you post? A metaphorical visual. Tell me, open your mics.
Tug of war or something like that.
Could be. Tug of war is a good one. So, tug of war. This is a metaphor of negotiation. But can I excite more emotions? Now, tug of war, see how consciously, now all these 4 points run subconsciously in your mind. Now, this tug of war is absolutely a correct answer. But these pictures are still not, I'm not I'm not, okay. See, what if I show you this? Google Images. What if I show you this? Um, Tell me, if I show you negotiation and put this picture on social media,
The right one.
yes, will this excite you more or not?
Yes.
Because every one
Yes.
of you have seen this. This is where you also felt something when you are watching on the TV.
A handshake also will show negotiation.
Correct. But that is the whole difference. Handshake.
Not a metaphor.
So this is also negotiation. Although you are already using negotiation, but let's say you are making a social media post, which will excite you more? This or the Trump Zelensky?
Trump one.
You're making the same post, negotiation, but that's also a negotiation which happened, but that is exciting your emotions. And this, some people have natural sense what to say, and that's why they have the strength to excite you. And that is where there is a dialogue in that movie Three Idiots, right, in which the hero meets the other guy in the washroom, and then he says, "Abhi apni maa ki saadi beech mein laoge to main kya bolunga?" Do you remember? That was a scene where he says that I will fail in the exams. And then he says, if I fail in the exams, how will I bring a new sari for my mom? And now Amir Khan says, oh my God, abhi main exam mein pass hone ke liye I can tell you what to do, but if you will bring your mom's sari, then what will I say?
What will I say?
I don't know if you are remembering, but that was one of the
Yes,
dialogues.
I did.
This is where I am right now. So visualize metaphors constantly. This is a exercise which can easily be a game changer. See a table. What could table be? And I'll be very honest with you. When I do this, many times my geeky friends, when we meet on party in Hindi, at least in India, there is a word called as, there is a bad word and there is a good word. The good word is fande madde. This is called as fande dena. Yes or no? I see most of you are smiling right now. And if there were no kids, I would have told the wrong word as well. Are there kids right now? Then I'll stay away with the wrong word. But this is called as fande dena. This is fund, and फंडे देने वाले ही कुछ कर जाते हैं, and फंडे नहीं देने वाले will work for फंडे देने वाले eventually, right? Because this world is governed by emotions. If you are a big fan of Kapil Sharma, you will observe this constantly in his shows. Everything is metaphor. The third is, as I told you, speak to one person, not in the crowd. Even if you are facing crowd, try to imagine the crowd as one person and then speak to that crowd. So right now, for example, even if I'm talking to you, I'm actually seeing one of you and trying to imagine that the whole crowd is you. And that is where I take more responsibility. Now, in doing so, trust me, I can again be very honest with you. When you imagine a crowd as one person, you tend to talk to that one person in that way. And in that ways, I can almost guarantee you, you will offend 5 people for sure. Now, in my way of talking right now, I'm pretty sure 5 of you are getting offended because I'm imagining you in a particular way right now. I'm probably imagining, in fact, I'm seeing pictures of you and I'm imagining the whole crowd is like that. But that's the risk of a public speaker. Take that risk. If 100% of people are with you, I can tell you, you are boring. If nobody can point finger on you, that means you are telling a very generic, boring gyan. And in a very boring way. When you will be telling something in a very, very strong way is when you will definitely offend 5 people. So if you are not offending 5 people, that means you are doing certainly something wrong. or at least you are not storytelling something. So imagine one person watching or reading your content, talk to them directly, mirror their pain, then walk them to the hope. And this is the last one, as I told you. Try to make this formula. Every time you are speaking, try to bring this in your natural instinct to make a setup, struggle, build a climax, and an insight. And this should be in your small talks. This should be in your generic, when you invite a guest, try to crack a joke in this way. I wish I can take a workshop on how to crack jokes. Maybe one day I'll try to build a workshop on this. So joke making is a process as well. Why people are making jokes professionally? Just imagine how difficult that process is. And what is the formula of that joke building? To build that climax. The whole joke, the whole formula of joke building is to build that climax. And that's what many people don't do. They forget to build the climax. And this is a bonus tip for all of you. And especially the geeky ones. And especially those people who feel very proud that they can code very well. I keep seeing people, the only pride in their life is that their code doesn't crack. Please understand that every content is a conversation, not a lecture. Your job, if you follow this line, folks, I'm telling you, your life will be changed forever. From being a loner to a bang on person. Please try that. Your job is not to sound smart. Your job is to make people feel seen. Right now, I'm standing to you not to sound smart. And that is why many times some people who have met me or have attended my workshop, sometimes I even come without combing my hair. I am not here for smartness. I'm here to touch your heart. If I touch your heart, I'll be the best person of your life. And that is what I'm here for. That is what you all should be there for. What kind of clothes you are wearing, what kind of English you are speaking. Ultimately, you're not talking. I again want you to revise this. Start with emotions. Humanize it. Everything in this world is about humans. Unless and until, of course, you're talking about a dog. But if you're talking to on social media, if you're making something for humans to read, that means if the whole world is a metaphor. Make your audience. Let's try to practice this. Now, all of you, even if you're writing in pen and paper or at least in chat, I want you to do these 4 exercises right now. I'm showing you a picture. And now imagine that you are posting this picture on social media. Imagine I've given you a task of posting this picture on social media. Now, try to mix these formulas, especially the 4th one, and take care of the first 3 as well, and draft a caption for your social media. I am not giving you any hint of what this picture is. This is just a picture. It can have various meanings, but I want you to narrate your meaning in this classic narrative formula by keeping these 1, 2, 3 points in it also. Give it a try. I'm giving you handsome 2 minutes for this. This is first of the exercise. Then I'll give you one more exercise. Oh my God, there are so many messages. Mansi, oh, you have been commenting all this while. Mansi is saying, what a gyan, Piyush, please make a reel on this. Yeah, you know, I should make all these reels. Insightful session, really amazing. Okay, thanks. Oh, I didn't notice that you guys are commenting as well. Try to make a story of this post. Khushi, happiness is to be found in small things, not from bigger and materialistic things. See what you are doing here. This is a very, very generic gyan. And I'm sorry I'm taking names because I wanted to change today. This is a in the air gyan. It doesn't have a U in it. Where is the whole setup, struggle, climax, shift? Where is the setup here? Are you seeing this is the difference? This is the difference. This is what is called as blank statements. These are just quotes. You are just quoting it. You are not storytelling it. It is just a quote. Khushi, give it another try. Mansi, build on this. It cannot be a one-line sentence. Build on this, build on this. I want this whole story flow. How we dealt with the tree. This one. And what will help you? How your brain will start working by this attitudinal change. Try to force your brain to think like this. Every topic is a human emotion. So try to see in that picture, what is that human emotion? Second, visualize metaphorically what that picture could be, a metaphor of bigger gyan of life. Then speak to one person, talk in you sentence, talk in you. And then the whole shift, the whole storytelling. Okay, where I am right now. So let me read. Jashma has written something. Sonu and Monu are two kids having smooth childhood till they lost their parents in COVID, but as kids, they adjusted to all situations and remain happy and support each other. Sonu, Monu became each other's support and grew older and being successful. Yes, absolutely. So Jashma, yes, correct. Although you are already 80 out of 100. But what you can also do is now you are narrating a story of Sonu and Monu. This is also a storytelling, absolutely bang on. But can you use this picture as a metaphor? So I'm giving you a task here. Try to imagine that this picture is going on your LinkedIn. Now, of course, on LinkedIn, you will not make a Sonu Monu story, right? So give a story, give a
Yes.
LinkedIn twist to it.
Okay.
So try to see that you are not
Right.
narrating this exact story. In that sense, you have done a great job. But can you use it as a metaphor? Use this picture as a metaphor to excite a bigger emotion in somebody's mind.
We'll try.
Use this picture as a metaphor.
Yeah.
And then tell a story. That's why I told you today's workshop will change you. I know it's a difficult task.
Piyush, can I read mine?
Yeah, okay. Read it out. Open your mic.
Rima and Dia sat there enjoying the small joys of life, which we experience every day but never have been able to value it. Having a friend to share the joys of rain is so accessible to us, but we, in the chaos of earning money, have lost the essence of the little joys of life.
Wow. Did you hear, folks? Were you able to hear? Yeah, that's a story. That's a story for you. And see, Jyotsna, if you can also deliberately add up this whole climax thing. So what if I have to, for the sake of pinpointing it, if I have to pinpoint, maybe there might be a little more element of climax built on this. But you did a very good job. One day I was going on road through an area filled with children. Suddenly it started raining, was running to find a shelter in a hurry to protect my laptop. Then I observed two planes. Yeah. Suma, you are explaining the picture. I don't want explanation of this picture. I want a metaphorical gyan out of it, like what Jyotsna did just now. To give you a situation, you have to write a LinkedIn post. Imagine you have to write a LinkedIn post of this picture. Ashish saying smile is infectious. Riya and Rahul are one to spread this infection, but they pick up rags from morning to evening to get a single meal. Fantastic. Bang on, Ashi. But bang on as in your explanation of the picture is absolutely fine. So 90 out of 100. But I want you to walk on that metaphorical path also. Can you make a nice life-changing, what is the genre? Motivational. Can you make a motivational speech out of it by showing this picture? Imagine you all are TED Talk people. You are not here to say that, hey, I went to this city and I saw these two kids. No, you are just showing this picture and now want to make a metaphorical point. And this point has to be made in this 4 sentences: setup, struggle, climax, shift. Shailendra is writing very nicely as well. Love, joy, and future. Every evening, Radha and Seema raced to the street after the rains, barefoot and excited. The muddy puddle, for them, it was their ocean of joy. They forgot that they had to come home and they laughed. Hit itna, itna. One day, a stranger watched quietly, camera in hand. Days later, their photo went viral, got published on National Geography. Two girl. Oh, fantastic. Shailendra, nice one. Shailendra, very good one. Very, very good one. But now again, try to use this as a metaphor for LinkedIn. And I'm giving you a task. This picture has to be posted on LinkedIn. And then what will you post? What are
Piyush,
the
can
LXD?
I just
एक बार explain करना please.
Who? Sorry?
Can you check mine too? Changed a bit. Hope.
Jashma, you can speak because I won't be able to. There are more than 50
Okay.
messages.
Life will always give you dark clouds. But
Hmm.
remember, with clouds always comes happy rains and clear
Hmm.
the sky. Keep little child alive in your life to enjoy each moment of your life.
Yeah.
बड़ा
So,
ज्ञान हो गया.
no. बड़ा क्या नहीं, because the whole task is to give gyan. But now, try to reframe this in the U structure. So see, you are giving a third party gyan in the third form. Can you give it first of all in the U form?
Okay.
Then
Okay.
can you deliberately try to set up struggle, climax, and shift? Can you build a climax to this? I mean, try to frame that story in this climatic format.
Mhm.
Piyush, can I
Because that-
share? Yeah.
Yeah, Anuradha, give it a try.
Okay. So happiness lies in the small things in life. We have made our parameters to be happy very big and rigid that we find it difficult to be happy. We need to enjoy every moment in our life, and the joy of life is in sharing our moments with sharing our moments. That's why the relationships we build in our in our life are very important.
Anuradha, how I am judging you, and I will be very honest to you, it's
Yeah.
correct. You're not wrong. It is missing that wow. Will I say wow to this? Oh my, or will I feel goosebumps? Why I'm not feeling? Because all your 4 sentences are generic truths. They're not wrong, but they are generic truths. My emotions won't get excited by generic truths. I want a built up. I want a built up of a climax. Then it's a wow.
It's quite difficult, huh? It's
Yeah.
I'm not getting.
Otherwise, we would all become Shakespeare's.
Because I can say quotes and facts, but like to get the emotion, and I'm not a good storyteller. I know that. Like I don't have the born talent. I really need to work on it too.
Yeah, that's what. We are all working right now. So don't worry. Don't worry. I know that
Piyush,
I know
do
that
it.
storytelling is not okay. Mute your mics, folks. Don't worry. We
Piyush,
learn.
Piyush, can
Pankaj,
I
okay.
read mine?
Yeah, go give it a try.
Yeah. Uh, the title of the story is Finding Joy in Simple Things. In the city, luxury city Mumbai, filled with drama, luxury, there lived a brother and sister. Didn't had meal since morning, but the sudden rain changed their mood. Suddenly they start laughing and playing in the rain. And when I saw them just passing by in my car, a question arose in my mind. Can we be happy with what we have? Can we try to find joy in the little small things?
I think this did have a climax. You watching them and then finding it out, something like that. It did have a bit of climax. So kudos for that. However, this was the explanation of this picture. I want a metaphorical image of this picture. Let me give it a try. And I might be giving you a bad example. Imagine that this picture is going on LinkedIn. And then this picture starts with I'm also trying to build. And this is definitely a deliberate exercise, folks, until and unless it becomes a habit to you. So this picture is going on LinkedIn. And on LinkedIn, of course, I have to talk about something about corporate, right? Or something about work. And again, I'm trying to build a story out of it. So setup, struggle, climax, and shift. So the setup is, I come on my LinkedIn, imagine that there is a caption here. So I come from a small town in India in which I never struggled for light or clean water. And then the society told me to go to a good college and have an earning. And then I came to Mumbai and ended up finding that the society was not telling me the right thing. So the Mumbai has all the struggles. People struggle there for water. People struggle for air. People struggle. Sorry, I'm taking name of Mumbai, but just a story. People struggle for traveling. And then I realized whether these struggles define me. And that's when I kept that small town child still alive in me. And now I'm still happy, even though I'm in Mumbai. Something like that. Maybe I could have added work also in that. But I was trying to build up a climax that you are thinking that Piyush is going to end up abusing Mumbai more. And that's when I broke the climax that no, I have accepted it. And now my happiness lies in those small moments. That's what I mean by building up the climax, in which you almost make the audience start believing in one thing and then break it. The movie starts with the whole climax is built where the villain is becoming so strong. Almost you are thinking that the hero cannot win, yes or no? And then suddenly the hero wins. If you already know that the hero will win, that story will be boring. So the build-up is in which you have to make the audience start believing that, oh my God, what are you observing in Instagram these days that people start, in fact, that aircraft accident which happened. In fact, many people were building up on, in fact, these things should not be used for, but again, because people were posting on Instagram. So first they will start making you believe what you actually believe in. Okay, the fault was with the pilot and the machine was wrong. And after that, they will break that the story is not talking about the machine and the pilot. The story is talking about the belief in life. Have you seen those? So that's what is the whole point of storytelling.
So Piyush, I just adapted what you said to making the reader as a hero. And I just rewrote the same frame by choosing the reader into the story. I said, you are walking home after work, tired, exhausted, and thinking about bills. Then you see them, two little girls sitting in a puddle, laughing like a water park. No toys, no chappals, just a balti and big smiles. And you stop, you smile, you click a photo. Later, you share it online with a small message. Joy does not need money. Next day, it spreads, people donate, you connect them to an NGO, their father gets work, the girls get books and uniforms, all because you noticed. You did not just see a photo, you changed a story.
Bang on. This already had a climax to it and which broke. Oh wow. So this ended up in a donation. Wow. And imagine if Shailendra would have written, I saw this picture and I donated it in an NGO. Zero engagement. But now he has a story. Story has a backup, a setup. A setup is basically when it builds the context. The context building is very, very important.
Piyush, can I read mine?
Chanchal, okay, give it a try.
Yeah.
This is the last one, and then I'll give you another exercise. Yeah, Chanchal,
All
go
right.
on.
I wasn't looking for it, but this photo just appeared while I was scrolling. It caught me off guard. Just two little kids, drenched, laughing, with not a care in the world. That moment, so simple, so pure, brought tears to my eyes. Somewhere between growing up and chasing deadlines, we lost that version of ourselves. The one who danced in the rain, found joy in the puddles, and lived without fear or filters. In this endless hustle, we forgot our inner child. Maybe it is a time to find our way back to them.
Yeah. All your this answer is correct. I found the climax a little missing.
Okay.
Built up a climax. And now, because this whole mentorship program, I always take the use of AI, and people love it because we have to use AI. All of you try to copy whatever you have written right now. All of you try to copy, Control C, what you have written right now. And let me also copy one of them. So for example, let's scorching environment office works. So I'm copying, for example, I see Deepa's post here. Okay. You are all seeing my screen, right?
Yeah.
So I'm going here, going to ChatGPT, and this is only for your learning purposes. Now,
I actually
make a story in the with Freitag's pyramid model. Maybe you can also give it a what was the setup, then struggle, then climax, and then what was the last
Uplift.
one? Shift. Make this story, make this paragraph, make this story with Freitag's pyramid storytelling model. And now I'm pasting it. So this is what Deepa wrote. When you have spent months in the scorching environment of office work and suddenly you realize that all the months of work suddenly created a fresh, strong professional of you. The first day when promotion was announced, you looked back and realized the fire was that hot. In fact, it's already a good story. But let's see if ChatGPT can help me. And this way, what you can do is, and in fact, this is a huge shortcut. Whenever you are posting your own, let's say you have given a workshop and now you have taken a picture and you want to post on LinkedIn, put your picture on LinkedIn and now give this prompt that make a post of LinkedIn in Freitag's pyramid of story model. And look at this. So basically here is your story rewritten in this model. What is this? Setup. The day were long and the heavy in the office. Weeks turned into months filled with endless tasks, deadline and pressure. The workplace felt like furnace. Scorching, intense, unrelenting. You showed up each day unsure. This. Okay. Struggle. As the heat rose, so did your doubts, your questions, you questioned your worth, your path, your capacity. The daily grind didn't feel like growth. It felt like survival. But you kept showing up, putting in the effort, learning. So basically, this is the struggle building up. That struggle is high. Climax. Then one morning, the announcement came: promotion. The room clapped, but in that moment, your mind rebounded. You saw the fire again. You remembered the late nights, the pressure, the uncertainty, and you realized it hadn't destroyed you. It had forged you. You stepped forward not just as a promoted employee, but as someone transformed. The fire hadn't just tested you; it has sculpted you. And on that day, standing under the metaphorical cool shower of recognition, you smiled. Are you observing, folks?
Yes. I did one.
Yes.
I just did one thing, that I took that picture, added that I want to create in these steps. I want to give it in a storytelling with these steps. Forgot the Freitag's name,
Fact,
and
that's a
I
great
want to
idea.
post this in a LinkedIn, and it gave
Yeah.
me a beautiful story out of it. Actually,
Yeah. Let me try doing that as well because this is a fantastic idea. So, and this is also the reason why ChatGPT is making us dumb, because I spent 1.5 hours in teaching you this, but this job can be done by. Where is that picture? Where is that picture? This
I just
job
took
can
a
be done by.
screenshot and took it.
Yeah. So let's try doing it as well here, and let's see, because I'm also interested what could be this picture. So here I am taking a.
I mean, I'm not too good in, I feel, visualizing and writing, so I took
Make
some
this.
help.
I want to post this picture on LinkedIn, and write a story. Write the LinkedIn caption in similar Freitag's model. Let's see. How many of you think this is a game changer, folks? Write GM so that I know that it is affecting you. Write GM in the chat. So, forged in puddles, bloomed in joy. They didn't have fancy toys or splash parks, just a muddy street in this. Life around them might be tough, limited means with this. But then came the rain, not a story. So this is also explaining the whole story. Maybe I can write good. Can you make it in the context of job struggle, in the context of job in Mumbai. Let's say what I was in the context of a small town person, studied well and came to Mumbai for job. The story which I was trying to make. So absolutely, here's a LinkedIn caption using Freitag's pyramid reimagined the small town. I grew up in a small town where rainwater filled the streets faster than the dreams could. We didn't have much, but we had imagination. We played in puddles, turned back at this struggle. Years later, I left the town armed with degrees, hope, and borrowed courage and stepped into the rush of Mumbai. The city didn't slow down for newcomers. Rent was high, time was short. This climax. One evening, after a long day at work, I saw this photo, two kids playing in the rain, and suddenly I saw me. Not the corporate tag, not the adult stress, but the same soaked joy for the lanes I came from. It reminded me I wasn't escaping my route, I was built by them. So that's the hero win, right? This is, can you, or are you all imagining that this paragraph is about the hero winning? Shift every drop of rain, even puddle. This. Today, I don't just work in Mumbai, I carry my small town resilience into every boardroom I walk into. Look at that. And trust me, put this on and you will see what happens to your Instagram posts. And this will, why right now I'm showing you a picture, but this is what I want you to do with your sketch notes. Now imagine if you are making a sketch note or like this and then putting a LinkedIn story like this. Good. Let's do one more exercise, the final one, and it's a smaller one. What I'll be doing right now is a crazy thing. I'm taking yours. Let's take a group picture right now. I'm taking your group picture right now in front of you. I'll be posting on LinkedIn. And what I want from you is a comment in a storytelling format. Tell me what was the setup, what was the struggle, the climax, and are you a changed person? Will that be a practical exercise? Let's see if you can write a comment in a storytelling format or not. Let's see. So I'm taking a picture, folks. All of you have opened your camera. So, okay, here it goes. So I'm sharing my screen again. So here is my screen. Can you all see my screen? I am putting a post on, let's say, here on LinkedIn. Let's see what we have learned today, if it transforms into a LinkedIn post or not. So I am pasting a picture here. And I'm pasting absolutely like a fact, but later on maybe I'll change. So I'm writing here, this was a fabulous workshop with 100+ trainers, learning, storytelling, and Instagram and sketch noted reel making. Okay, I don't want to lie here right now. I have not told you sketch noted reel making, but just say storytelling. This was learning storytelling for social media. How, what, and I'm asking you a question. What did you learn today and how are you feeling about the workshop? Okay, folks, this is the post I have done. I want to see your comments in that Freitag storytelling model. So copy here, copy to link, and I'm sharing this in your chat right now. Here goes your chat. Try to comment in this in a Freitag model, and let's see if you are able to do it or not. I mean, I don't want to challenge you that you are able to do it or not. But yeah, try to do it. Try to do it. Try to show a change which happened. So of course, you all know you came with a setup, there was a climax, and then you are a changed person. This is what happens in any typical workshop, or try to draft it. I'm also taking a 5 to 6 minutes break. I'll be back and then we'll be doing the Instagram reel making. Okay, so be with me. Yeah, we'll be doing that. I'm checking. So after teaching this much, I get a comment, learned a lot of application skills. Amazing workshop. This is not storytelling, folks. Shilpa has written something. Shilpa, by the way, is our long-standing mentor. Shilpa, I would want you to open your mic as well. She has done the last mentorship program completely, and I already see one of your reels today is getting a very good engagement, Shilpa. So
Hi,
Shilpa,
Piyush.
hi, Shilpa. Where are you? Why can't I see you? Okay, yeah. Hi, Shilpa.
So your session is always कुछ ना कुछ नया सीखने मिलता है. So thank you so much.
Let me read your storytelling comment. I came in thinking stories were just about fact narrative told in a creative way, but then came the climax, learning about the power of humanized metaphor, the magic of emotional connections, and the golden rule: make your audience the hero. The shift happened when I realized storytelling is just not a skill; it's a bridge between what we know and what others can feel. Grateful for this eye-opening session. Yeah, nice one, Shilpa. Okay, let's wait for 2 more minutes and then we'll start. Or maybe should I wait for more? You need a break because you were writing such fabulous stories.
I posted one comment.
You should read the mine one. I just posted completed.
Checking. Shailendra is writing, I joined the workshop as just another newbie trying to write some better stories, not knowing what true storytelling actually means. The screen was filled with faces, educators, coaches, dreamers, and noise learned like me. And somewhere in the gallery of squares, I listened, scribed notes, and slowly started seeing the shift. When the trainer broke down the idea of emotions behind it, how fact only stick where. Look at that challenge. I think bang on. You already have very good grip on your language, Shailendra, I see. And now it is just taking shape of that pyramid. And see what happens. This completely changes the way you say. In fact, I'm giving you a very cool tip also. And maybe someday I will take a workshop on this. This is one of my favorite topics, the NVC, non-violent communication. And check out non-violent communication. This is also a framework to make sentences, how you can make sentences without hurting someone's ego. So I love these kind of models in which you know the formula and then you're a changed person.
Yeah, I read the book NVC, but I really like the way you formatted and you just condensed the whole workshop into the meaningful thing that I am really impressed.
Thanks, Shailendra. But now I'm worried that whether we will have time for Instagram reel or not. So let's switch to that, folks, because here we are. I'm also to teach you how Instagram reel works. So what I'm doing here is, let's take out the, I was working on some, we did work last week on a sketch note, long form sketch note, right? So all of you, please bring on your long form sketch notes. And let me also show, now I'm not sure whether I will be able to find it or not, but I should be. So what we were working on some training formula. Okay, let me go to my sheet here. So where is the sheet? The sheet is here. So that's the sheet we are working on, and that's the long form sketch note, right? And if I go to my ChatGPT, I remember this is the one which we made, right? Why do people forget 90% of training? This was the topic on which we were making sketch notes. So what I'll do is, let me try to find out what we made. For all the new people who are here right now, of course, you might not have made it, but all the people from our mentorship program. By the way, let me just take 1 minute to show you what I'm talking about mentorship program, and if some of you would be wanting to join this mentorship program. So this is something called as, I'll send you the link, Visual Facilitation Hub, webinar, build personal brand. So basically this mentorship is about building your personal brand around sketch notes. So this is what it is, build authority as visual facilitator. This is a lifetime mentorship which people are, which means you can continuously attend our Yeah, people who are already there can take a break. Take a break. I'll be spending 2 minutes here. So this is where sketch notes, how we draw, can be used to make all kinds of content, whether it is book publishing, whether it is the Instagram post or LinkedIn, or building your YouTube channel. So 360 degree of building your personal brand. I'll be sharing this link with you. Go through this link. Usually this will be a higher price on our website, but I'm sharing the link with you. If you are interested, go to this link, and this will be a price which I generally offer on my webinars. So take that, do give it a try if you wish to build your personal brand, and that's what we are doing in this. So here is the link which I'm sharing. So mentorship link, visualfacilitationhub.com/webinar BPBS. I have shared the link, please. I have shared the link. Now let me go to the Canva file which I was working. So what was this? Yeah, I think this one. Yeah, this is the one. So what I'm doing here is, all of you who are new today can at least take a picture of this. Take a picture of this and try to, if you want to practice with me on making Instagram reels, try to draw it very quickly in your notebook, and draw it in a way that draw in the same pattern, everything same. Try to draw it and take a picture first, and then I'll also give you the script. Don't ask me how the script came and all, because we have all followed a formula. So that's a formula, but today we'll be learning how to make a script, how to make a reel out of it. So take a picture of this, folks. Everyone has taken a picture?
Yes.
Take a picture of this, and if you have already made your own, then fabulous. Otherwise, at least practice with this one. Today we'll be practicing with this one. Okay.
How is this made in Canva?
Yeah, don't worry about, I mean, you have to worry about it, but this is what we learn in mentorship program. The whole use of Canva, the whole use of sketchnoting and everything. That's what this mentorship program is about.
What is the, I mean, the price and the thing?
Check the link.
I'm not able to see.
Check the link. Check the link. I've shared it in the Zoom. Mentorship link, visualfacilitationhub.com/webinar BPBS. That's the link. Check in the Zoom chat.
Piyush, by any chance, can you share the JPG link of that file or anything, or we need to just take a screenshot?
JPG.
Yeah, you can export through Canva share, and from share you can export JPG.
No, I can export JPG, but how will I share with you all? Can I attach somewhere?
You can share any Google Drive link or any kind of the.
You can share on Zoom chat only.
I can share on Zoom chat.
Yes, you can share below in the chat. There's a small page, kind of a document, the small icon which says file.
Oh,
so when it gets downloaded, then you select that file and upload it.
So this is save, and now let me go to my Zoom chat, and then plus.
Next to the smiley, there's a file icon.
Yes. But from my computer, it is switched off. So maybe I have to upload on Zoom or something. My computer is not clicking. Why? It should click, yeah, from my computer.
Your settings, then maybe. No, it will go from downloads. It will go into your, when you do that, it's gone into your download.
No,
folder.
It has gone to download, but I am not able to click on your computer. So how do I access the download? But let me.
Can you put in the group? I will upload from my side.
Yeah. That's a good option. Okay. So on the group means you are on the business, right? Business
maybe notification group. One of us.
Yeah,
I mean, then anyone can pin up.
I've shared. Okay. So the process. The process is. So I'm going to. So in the last session, the long form sketchnote session, we were able to do this, right? I gave you a prompt here, and then from that prompt, we were able to extract the topic ideas. I'm just giving a revision, and then we chose one topic, and then we extracted all the formats, reel format, YouTube script, blog script, everything of that topic, right? So what I'm doing is I'm extracting that script. So this is the script which is already there. I am copying this. And last time I remember that, okay, so I'm copying this script and pasting it here. Pasting it here, the reel script. So that is becoming my reel script. Okay. And now today's task is I'm going to the Instagram reel. Now see what I'm doing here. Any reel, let me explain to you how reel works. Of course, the storytelling part is there, and the prompts which I have already told you, they take care of the whole story format. In fact, one thing which I have changed, maybe you also want to change here. See what I have done here is I've added one sentence here. Use the setup, struggle, shift inside storytelling formula to draft the script. So you can add this formula as well. Then your reels will have this kind of script also. So what I'm doing here is now go to this, and I'm sharing a prompt to all of you. See what is the prompt here. Now reels, Instagram reels works on initial 3 seconds. What is the rule of initial 3 seconds? The initial 3 seconds is that your reels should cross the first 3 seconds. And Instagram checks how many people are checking your reel or getting hooked to your reel for the first 3 seconds. That means the first 3 seconds becomes very important, and that is called the hook of the reel. And the hook of the reel has to be very entertaining. When I say entertaining, you don't have to again take off your shirt and jump from somewhere. These are not. Hooks are basically very easy pointer things, which you don't do usually. So basically, me opening the reel like this is not a hook, but me coming from under the table is a hook. Me throwing this pen up is a hook. Before speaking, if I do this, it's a hook. So any hook, even now, when you see, I'm pretty sure if I'm eating an apple, you all are observing, oh, let me see which apple Piyush is eating. This is unusual, right? I'm deliberately, so these are my deliberate attempts to break your monotony. You have never seen a trainer eating an apple, but I will eat an apple because it's a break of monotony. I drink water in between my workshops. Why? Because it's a hook. Everything which you do a little bit unusual, it's a hook. Because you have to break the monotony. But we have a formula to get that hook also. So that's the ChatGPT prompt, which is, I'm a solo person shooting for my reel. I can use some props available on my working desk if needed. Suggest 2 intro ideas which are super hooking for the script. Suggest me 2 kinds of intro, on one in which I am acting and I am visible, the second where I am not visible. So I always suggest that you should have your face on the reel. If you want to establish your brand as a trainer, please suggest only ideas and not script or voiceover. Here is my script. So what I'm trying to do is I will copy this. I'm sharing it in your Zoom chat, first of all. And wait, I'll be sharing everything here. So this is the prompt. And now this is the, where is my reel? Here. So this is the script. Ever attended this, and I'm pasting it. So it is in your Zoom chat. Oh, it has grown beyond the word limits. Okay. So what I'm doing is you can copy the 2 sentences here. 1 second. So that's the prompt, and this is my script. Note down this script also somewhere in your Word document or maybe in your notes. And now paste everything together. So I'm pasting it here. Look at this. Where is my prompt here? Prompt is, I'm a solo person shooting. So basically I'm giving that there's no one to help me. And I'm going to ChatGPT now. So that's the pasting I have done. Can you see? I am a solo person shooting this. Ever attended a training this. So I want ChatGPT to give me some hooks. And look at this. Here are two super hooks intro ideas for your reel. One with you acting and one with without your face. So intro is you are visible, acting into props based drama. Hook idea, start with a dramatic reenactment. What is the topic? Please read out the topic first. All of you from the chat, see the script. This topic is about why people get bored in, or why we forget 90% of training, and what we can do to remember the 90% of training. And that's the sketch note also is on the same. Did everyone receive the sketch note, by the way? Someone was to share the link. Oh, you didn't receive the...
Not yet, not yet.
Okay. So this reel was about training, and let's see what the ChatGPT has answered. So ChatGPT has answered, start with a dramatic and reenactment. You are starting confidently as a notepad labeled training notes, nodding like you have cracked life. Then cut 2 weeks, same you holding the same notepad, now looking totally confused, flipping through pages with zero memory. Okay, so basically flipping through pages with zero memory is the hook here. Props to use your notepad or journal, a sticky note labeled time management, glasses or this, add exaggerated facial expressions. You are not visible. When you are not visible, place a coffee mug down, opening a notebook with enthusiasm, scribbles and this. So basically it is talking about you are attending a training and then you forget the forgot the training. So what I will be doing is, let's say this is my prop. So I'll be using this prop, and then so basically the idea is I'll be flipping the pages, and then I'll be throwing this book in disgust that I don't remember anything. And that's a hook. So see what I'm doing here is now, I'll be sharing my phone screen also to you. But before that, let me first take a video. So see what I'm doing here is.
Pin yourself, no?
Can I what?
Pin yourself, because we're seeing the screen, ChatGPT, please.
Oh, yeah. I'm stopping my screen share and I am sharing my spotlighting myself. Okay. So see what I'm doing here. This is the first selfie. So this is, I'm taking a selfie image. In your phones, make sure that you are increasing the brightness. So increase the brightness to full. And if your phone gets switched off, or I think when you're taking the video, it doesn't happen. So don't worry. Now, this is my angle. You can see, or what should I do? Like this, okay? So, how should I act? Because I'm holding my phone in my hand. So how do I flip pages? Flipping the pages will be very difficult.
Can you keep it on your laptop screen so that is facing you, and then you can act in front of it? Something like that can be done. Like, have you recorded or no?
I'm thinking.
Okay.
Your phone can be kept on a stand or something, sir.
Maybe I can throw some pages. I'm
Or
thinking.
yeah, instead of book, you can throw just pages, loose pages.
Yeah. So wait. Maybe I have. Okay, from India, I bought some postcards. We were making postcard sketch notes, by the way. So maybe I'll just throw this. Is it something like that? Okay, anything is a hook. So what I'll be doing is I'm recording and okay, sorry. How did it come? Oh, this was pretty good. Look at this.
Yes, we can see. That's interesting.
Yeah. Okay. This is basically, the hooks are like this only, folks. So this is basically to open up my speech to create a hook. So let me first pick up all these things, full drama going on. Okay. So the hook is ready now. And now what I'll be doing is this, how to manage this. Let me show you. I don't need to show you. When I'll be on Instagram, I'll be showing you. So what I'll be doing is, see, I'm sharing my screen here with all of you. And sharing my screen. So here is my screen. And here is my sketch note. So imagine that you have already drawn your sketch note. Where is the Google chat? Where did I open this? Yeah, here. So now, why do people forget 90% of their trainings? And the script is here. So let me first fix my pages. So this is my page here, and this is, I have to move from, where is my sheet? Now imagine you have drawn it on the sheet. So all of you, has someone shared the link of the image? Take a picture, folks. Take a picture and try to draw it on your sheet.
आप एक छोटा सा काम और कर सकते हो. आप किसी को लिंक को टेम्पररी शेयर कर दीजिए. Share the link only in the chat, and we can
Yeah,
open
I think
it
that
down.
is better. Yeah, that's true. So I am giving you this access. Anyone with the link can
Yes,
view.
you can revoke it
Copy
later.
the link. Yeah. So now I'm sharing it in the chat, link to Sketchnote. So let me first record, and then I'll give you the chance to record also. So that's your link which you can open. You won't be able to edit this, but at least I think you will be able to zoom it. Yeah. And now this is opening. And now I will move through this slide by showing these sketch notes. I'm going to keep, as I told you, keep the script ready with you. Script ready as in copy the script in some notepad. And I'm going to my script here. What was my script? My script is here, right? So ever attended a training and felt super inspired, but 2 weeks later, you remember almost nothing. So that is my first thing. You're not alone. Research shows we forget up to 90% of what we learn unless we use it very, very quickly. Okay. I am pretty bad at my memory. So what I'll be doing is I'll be just making a video of this one line. You are not alone. Research shows we forget up to 90% of what we have learned unless we use it quickly. So this will fit this thing, this picture, right? So this will fit this picture. So what I'll be doing is this, and I'm right now recording this reel. So now I'll be focusing the camera, the piche wala camera. And now I'm just showing the screen. This could be a screen. This could be a picture of your whiteboard, or this could be a picture of your paper. So see what I'm doing. And this is even more natural because I'm showing a natural background and everything. Why do people forget 90% of the training? And now I'll just try to move a little bit here so that, let me again remember the sentence here. You are not alone. Research shows we forget up to 90% of training, what we learn. Okay. You are not alone. Research shows that we forget 90% of the training after we have attended. Okay, so this much. Don't worry about your fumbles because this voiceover is not your final voiceover. This is only to record in a particular time limit. So see what I've done here. This is the video. Research shows that we forget 90% of the training after we have attended. Understanding what I'm doing here? I'm just recording it with whatever I'm speaking. So even if you're fumbling, don't worry. Let's say you attend a time management workshop, you take notes, nod along. So I'll be showing this picture now. So what is the dialogue here? Let's say you attend a time management workshop, you take notes, nod along. But then life takes over, emails, deadline, distractions, your notes lost in a drawer. Big sentence. Let's say you attended a time management workshop, you take notes, and I'll probably speak it in my own language now. You take notes, nod along, but then life takes over, emails, deadlines, distractions, your notes lost in drawer. You know, what I can also do is I'll take a picture from my another phone. I can take a picture from another phone. Why I'm not able to do this? Because right now, this is not on my phone, not on my This is on my screen right now. If it was in my sheet, it would be easy for me, but don't worry, I can use my second phone here. I'm just taking a picture so that my time to record is a little easy. Okay, now it's easy for me. So see what I'm doing here. Now again, I'm going here and I'm focusing on this image. You're not alone. Research shows we forget up to 90% of what we learn unless, oh, sorry, this was not the one. Delete it again. Let's say you attended Let's say you attended a time management workshop. You take notes, nod along, but then life takes over. Emails, deadlines, distractions, your notes lost in drawer. Okay, so this is done. Now see how fast it is. And now I'll be including all the points here. In fact, this whole story has to come here. If you read the chat, what works, turn ideas. So I have to, so this video was wrong. I have to turn completely. So let me zoom it again here so that everything comes here. Let's say you attended a time management workshop. You took notes, nod along, but then life takes over. Emails, deadlines, and distractions. Your notes lost in drawer. Okay, why does this happen? Because passive learning doesn't stick. What works? So here, why does this happen? Because passive learning doesn't stick. And then the solution. Here are some of the solutions. Turn your ideas into simple sketches. Second is apply one concept immediately after you have learned. Sharing what you learned with someone. The third is share what you have learned with someone. It can be your colleague, it can be your friends or your family. Revisiting the sketch in a week. Is it becoming funny, folks? Or are you all right? Revisiting the sketch in a week. Turn lessons into visuals you see often. And the final point is turn lessons into visuals which you see often. Next time you attend a training, draw it out, teach it and repeat. Make it visual, make it stick. Okay, done. All the shootings are done. Are you bored, folks? Can you all give it a try, please? I want you to feel the pain.
Piyush,
yeah,
Piyush, I have just shared one reel in the group.
Reel in the group? Why? I mean, why?
I shooted that.
Like right now.
My first sketch note, long form sketch note. It's the first one. Yeah.
I'll check it. But let's try to finish this off. Otherwise, we'll extend by the time. All of you, please try to shoot. You all have the script with you. Shall I give you the script as well? Line wise. How will I give this script? Take a picture of this, folks. Take a picture of this. So basically, this is the script.
Already pasted it in the chat, Piyush. The script is
Yeah, I already pasted it in the chat. Okay, I'm giving you once more so that it's more readable. Try to record some videos on this, because if there are no videos, you won't be able to use it. But of course, we are making the reel, but you will be making on your own. Try to make the reel here. I'm sharing it in the group, in your WhatsApp group.
Before you label a child, watch this.
Yeah, I saw Pankaja. So what you have done is correct. You have recorded the video. Okay, cool. How many of you are trying? Okay, I should shut, right? Otherwise, it will be disturbing you. Give it a try. Give it a try. So show your camera to the screen and then record. I'll wait for 5 minutes. I'll wait for 5 minutes. In case you have doubts, ask me. Someone is recording or not? Are you? No. Let me know what might be difficult. Okay, let me do one thing. I'll be sharing all the recorded footages which I have done right now on your WhatsApp group. Download it on your phone. Okay. So at least you can practice. I'm doing it right away. Now. Okay, I'm sharing my footages on your WhatsApp group. Yeah, that will be easy. One, two. I'm sharing 10 videos to you in your WhatsApp group and check. And all of you download those videos on your phone. It's coming. And by that time, I'm sharing my phone's Zoom to you now so that I can show you. I hope my battery won't go. Okay, the videos are on your WhatsApp group. And now what I'm doing is I am sharing my phone screen with you. Okay. So here is Zoom. Where is Zoom? Zoom.
Piyush, I'm part of multiple groups. कौन से वाले group में?
The mentorship group. We have a special mentorship group.
Okay. I might not be part of that.
Then where is my Zoom? Here is my Zoom. Okay, I'm sharing my screen, folks. Share your, where is the share? Share your screen. Okay, are you ready? Now look what I'm doing here. And of course you will need to see the recording so that you can parallelly work. Okay, so this is my screen. And now all of you can see my screen? Yes? Okay, let's start making the reel now.
Yes.
So what I'll be doing is I am going on Instagram. So this is Instagram. And the first thing I'm doing is I don't want to post it directly from my personal account, but I want to go in my business account. So this is my business account. And now I am making a reel. To make the reel, you have to click on the plus sign, which is down there. Try not to work right now on your phone. Otherwise you will miss the important points. I'll try to go as slowly as possible, but not too slow as well. So I'll follow a pace. Try to follow me. So look at the screen first. I'm clicking on the plus sign. And when you click on the first sign, it automatically goes to your reel. Yes. Now in that, I am now uploading all the footages which I have taken. So which are the footages? You can see the first one was this. Second is this. Third, fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh, eighth, ninth, 10th. Got it? And now I'm clicking on next. So this is imported. Okay. Now not alone. I'm skipping it. That we forget 90%. So I'm skipping it, skipping the music right now. I'll add the music later on. So then I'll be clicking on edit. You are not alone. On the bottom, can you see edit? That we forget 90% of the training after we have attended. So I'm clicking on edit, and here you will see all the footages have come. Yes. Now, so that's it. And now I'm seeing if there is a mistake, then I can, by both fingers, if you expand this, this will expand. Expand as in the minutes won't expand, but 5 seconds will become a little broader so that it's easy for you to use your thumb. Now I already see that. Now see, I will be editing that part in which I have to close the camera and all those parts. So here I am starting. So this is okay, this is okay, this is okay, and that's it. Maybe I can trim a little. So for trimming, you have to click on the video and then this yellow thing will appear and then you can reduce it a little. So I want to just stop it here once I throw. Okay. And then starts this. You are not alone. Research shows that we forget 90% of the training after we have attended. Okay. Let's say you attended a time management workshop. You took notes, nod along, but then life takes over. Emails, deadlines, and this. Why does this happen? Emails, deadlines, so I'll be increasing it because full video didn't come, okay? Deadlines and distractions. Your notes lost in drawer. Don't worry, this is not the voice we'll be using. Why does this happen? Because passive learning doesn't stick. Passive learning doesn't stick. Is this a full video? Okay. Why does this passive learning doesn't stick? Here are some of the solutions. Turn your ideas into simple sketches. Second is apply one concept immediately when you, after you have learned. The third is share what you have learned with someone. It can be your colleague, it can be your friends or your family. Revisiting the sketch in a okay, it's pretty cool. So what I'll be doing here now is I'll be switching off the audios of all the videos. So I don't need the audios of this. So see what I'm doing here. I'm switching off the audios. So every click on the clip and click on the clip and then reduce the volume.
आप एक साथ कर सकते हैं अप्लाई टू ऑल वॉल्यूम्स करके, अप्लाई टू ऑल
Oh,
क्लिप.
oh yeah. So everything is muted now. Let me check. Yes, muted. And now I'll be voice overing now. So see, for voiceover, what I'll be doing is I'll be just reading out my script. Now, I can assure you that this kind of reels you won't be able to make unless and until you have a written script. And all these things are made using written script. So your serials, your movies, whatever you are making or watching, these are all made on written scripts. So see what I'm doing here. I'm going to my script now. So I'm opening it on my screen right now, which you can't see. And now I'll be reading it out. So for the script, what I'm doing here is, again, I'm scrolling. And this is the voiceover. Can you see the voiceover button? So I'm clicking on the voiceover. And as soon as I click, my voiceover will start. So let me record the voiceover. And accordingly, I will adjust a bit of these footages. So let's start. Where I have to start? Ever attended a training and felt super inspired? Okay. So fail to start voiceover recorder. Okay, dismiss. Why? Because I am on Zoom. So I have to go out of Zoom now. Sorry. Where is my Zoom? Where is my Zoom? There is my Zoom. Video calls. Okay, Zoom. So stopping my screen share. I'm leaving the group. I'm leaving the Zoom from phone. Are you still with me, folks? Because I was on Zoom, so
Yes.
of course the voice won't go.
Yes.
So what I'm doing here is now,
You're all there.
I'm again on the Instagram. I'm again on the same Instagram. I'm now voice overing. So I'll just quickly voice over. Where is my script? Yeah, here. Okay. So I'm going to voice over. And ever attended a training and felt super inspired, but 2 weeks later you remember almost nothing? You're not alone. Research shows we forget up to 90% of what we learn unless we use it quickly. Let's say you attended a time management workshop, you took notes, nod along, but then life takes over. Emails, deadlines, distractions, your notes lost in the drawer. Why does this happen? Because passive learning doesn't stick. What works is, number one, turning ideas into simple sketches. Number two, apply one concept immediately after you have attended a training. Number three, share what you have learned with someone. The best kind of learning is to teach someone. Number four, revisiting the sketch in a week. And number five, oh wait, something happened, folks. So, yeah, these things will happen. When I was recording, my phone automatically switched off. Switched off as in the display went. So do this also. In your settings, always go to display settings. So I'm going to display settings, and auto lock is 30 seconds. So I'm putting it to never. You should do that. So don't worry. If you're making it for the first time, you will be at least making 3 to 4 takes. Imagine what Shah Rukh Khan does. They take 30, 40 times. Okay. So I'm again doing it. I'm going on my script now, and I'll be recording it again. Because I was seeing the screen, so I could not focus here. So voice over again. I'll keep it straight. Ever attended a training and felt super inspired, but 2 weeks later you remember almost nothing? You're not alone. Research shows we forget up to 90% of what we learn unless we use it quickly. Let's say you attended a time management workshop. You take notes, nod along, but then life takes over. Emails, deadlines, distractions, your notes lost in the drawer. Why does this happen? Because passive learning doesn't stick. What works are these 5 ideas. Number 1, turn your ideas into simple sketches. Visuals are your memory hooks. Number 2, apply one concept immediately after you have attended a training. Number 3, share what you have learned with someone. There is no better learning than teaching. Number 4, revisit your sketch in a week's time. And number 5, turn your lessons into visuals you see often. Next time you attend a training, draw it out, use it, teach it, and repeat. Make it visual, make it stick. Okay. In one go. You are lucky if you can record it in one go. So what I'll do is now I'll again go to Zoom. So to show you what happens here. Let me again go to Zoom. Are you all following what I'm doing here?
Yes.
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 Okay, I'm going to
Piyush.
Zoom again. Recording in progress. Stay co-host, and I am sharing my screen now. Start broadcast. Yep. So here comes my Instagram, and now see what happens. So under that, there is a voiceover, and let's see how it works. Ever attended a training and felt super inspired, but 2 weeks later you remember almost nothing? You're not alone. Research shows we forget up to 90% of what we learn unless we use it quickly. Let's say you attended a time management workshop. You take notes, nod along, but then life takes over. Emails, deadlines, distractions, your notes lost in the drawer. Why does this happen? Because passive learning doesn't stick. What works are these 5 ideas. Number 1, turn your ideas into simple sketches. Visuals are your memory hooks. Number 2, apply one concept immediately after you have attended a training. Number 3, share what you have learned with someone. There is no better learning than teaching. So now you are observing. Number 4, revisit your. You're observing that this is mismatching.
Yeah.
Now what I'll be doing is I'll be doing just some adjustments. So see what happens here. Ever attended a training and felt super inspired, but 2 weeks later you remember almost nothing? You're not alone. Research shows we forget. So I think till now it is okay. Forget up to 90% of what we learn unless we use it quickly. 90% is gone. Let's say you attended a time management workshop. Till now it is you take notes, nod along, but then life takes over. Emails, deadlines, distractions, your notes lost. So what I'll do is one more trick here. So even though the voiceover was good, but I will be coming here and splitting this screen. So split, add a split here, add a split. And for this much, I want to zoom in a little. So click here and then click on crop. And in crop, I will be zooming this part. Only for this. So see, this is the effect. Correct? And this one is already clear. So this is the way you can zoom in one part of the image, which is one part of the video, which is important to you. Let me go ahead. Passive learning doesn't stick. Passive learning doesn't stick. Why does this happen? Because passive learning. So I'm still talking about passive learning. So I should increase the. Oh, wait. I should increase the time. So I cannot increase. So I will reduce the time. So see what I'm doing here. Your notes lost in the drawer. Why does this happen? Because passive learning doesn't stick. What works are these 5 ideas. Number 1, turn your ideas into simple sketches. So this also I'll be zooming in. So the full video, let me zoom in. So I'll click on crop and then zoom in so that this becomes my focus. Visuals are your memory hooks. Number 2, visuals are my memory hook. So maybe I want to reduce the speed a little so that it sketches. Visuals are your memory hooks. Number 2, because I have not come till number 2. So now 5 ideas. Number 1, turn your ideas into simple sketches. Visuals are your memory hooks. Number 2, apply one concept immediately after you have. So this immediately thing will be also zoomed a little. So I will be cropping and zooming. Immediately after you have attended a training. Number 3, share what you have learned. For number 3, maybe I'll try to reduce this one a little so that I jump on number 3. Number 3, share what you have learned with someone. So now this also I will zoom, crop. There is no better learning than teaching. Number 4, revisit your sketch. So teaching, I will reduce this a little because the sentence has been over now. Learning than teaching. Number 4, revisit your sketch. Revisit your sketch. So I am now cropping after 7 days. In a week's time. And number 5, turn your lessons into visuals you see often. Next time you attend a training, draw it out. So this can be reduced. Visuals you see often. Next time you attend a training, draw it out, use it, teach it and repeat. Make it visual, make it stick. Make it visual, make it stick. This goes here. Teach it and repeat. Make it visual, make it stick. Yeah, good. Now see what happens. Now this is what happens when you make a movie. Your shooting is the most boring part. Then comes the whole movie is made on editing. So now I have voiced over. I have matched with the footages. Are you able to hear me? Yeah, of course you are able to hear me. Now
Yes,
I'm
sir.
adding music. So I'm using the third one. So third music thing. And then which kind of music will suit this? Training, right? So maybe a simple bland music or formal. Ever attended a training and felt super inspired, but 2 weeks later you remember almost nothing? Ever attended a training and felt super inspired, but 2 weeks later you... So I mean, including this by clicking on the arrow button, you remember almost... Ever attended a training and felt super inspired, I but 2 cannot weeks have later you remember... this volume of music. So this volume, I'll be clicking this volume, I mean the song thing, and reducing the volume to 6 or 5. And now, ever attended a training and felt super inspired, but 2 weeks later you remember almost nothing, right? You're not... Well, good. Voiceover, maybe some adjustments after voiceover is full. Anything. What I can do is all the footages where footages are connecting, I'll be adding a something which is called as this. So see, I'm clicking the white thingy. I'm clicking the white thing between the footages. So here I click and then I'm adding transitions. So white thing, why it is not getting clicked? Let me edit the video again. White thing, this transition. So and apply to all. So see in the middle there are transitions now. Okay, what happened to the music? The music has ended here only. Maybe I can. Okay, the music was only this much. That's also okay. After you have attended a training. Number 3, share what you have learned with someone. Maybe this music is a little low. I will be adding, taking it to 8, 7, maybe 8 volume. Let's listen. Ever attended a training and felt super inspired, but 2 weeks... But are you catching the 3 second, the 3 second ka, wo, and now a big rule coming your way is whenever you are posting on social media, always imagine that your audience is 1/3 of their IQ. So try to imagine that your audience on social media is a 10-year-old, which means they should not put brain of what this video is about. What I mean is try to give a very clear-cut heading on your video. So what this video is about, what was the ChatGPT suggestion? I am reading it out. What was its suggestion? 1 second. What was the topic here? Why do people forget 90% of training? Okay, so here is the, I'll click on the video and then click on AA, which is written here. So why do we... So this really is less about why, but more about how. How to remember How to remember your training? This is not sounding very hokey. I think I'll stick with why only. Why do we forget 90% of trainings we attend? So this is it. I will put it on my brand color. So my brand color is this.
Piyush, can you also try this one? Forgetting 90% of your training we attend, like that, like questioning in a different way.
Yeah, that is also good. For getting trainings after 2 days, forgetting 90% of trainings after 2 days. So I'm just adding some numerals so that it looks okay. So this is here. Now when you will be see these lines coming, the white lines coming, try to be always under these white lines because these are your free space for the content. Otherwise your content will be hidden in something.
Piyush, one thing I want to ask in this, like, can we use a emoji, like वो ऐसे सोचता हुआ emoji, like, does that add to the hook?
Of course. So in this, what kind of emoji should I add?
वो ऐसे सोचते हुए होता है ना वो.
Thinking.
Yeah.
Yeah, this one.
Yeah.
For getting 90% of trainings after 2 days. Okay. That's it. So this will run throughout. I think if it runs throughout, it's good enough. Or is it? Ever attended a training and felt super inspired, but 2 weeks later you remember almost nothing? You're not alone. Research shows we forget up to 90% of what we learn unless we use it quickly. Let's say you attended a time management workshop. You take notes, nod along, but then life takes over. Emails, deadlines, distractions, your notes lost in the drawer. Why does this happen? Because passive learning doesn't stick. What works are these 5 ideas. Number 1, turn your ideas into simple sketches. Visuals are your memory hooks. Number 2, apply one concept immediately after you have attended a training. Number 3, share what you have learned with someone. There is no better learning than teaching. Number 4, revisit your sketch in a week's time. And number 5, turn your lessons into visuals you see often. Next time you attend a training, draw it out, use it, teach it and repeat. Make it visual, make it stick. Okay, done. Ever attended a training and felt super inspired? Now what I'll be doing is going
But the
ahead.
heading should not be throughout the video, na? The heading title.
Not about should be. If it is not hiding the content, then I usually try to put it throughout the video.
Okay.
So again, assuming that people should always, sometimes it happens that maybe you're talking of a point which is a little deviated. So heading on the top brings people's attention back to the content. So if it is not hiding my content, I will be putting it throughout. That's it. Sometimes I also put captions. What I'm speaking can be translated into captions and then it comes along with. But I think in our case, it will hide our content unless and until the content is made in a very standalone camera. I mean, standing camera in which deliberately I have kept my top portion empty. Then I'll put my captions there. But in this, I think it will create more confusion. So I'll follow these 4 formulas to remember your trainings. That's it. Now in this, because I'm also there and I have 2 accounts. So this is my business account. I'll invite myself as collaborator. This is my suggestion to you. Whenever you are posting any sketch noted reels, try to invite Visual Thinking School as collaborator. So when we accept your reel, then this reel will be on our feed as well. So that means more people will see your content. So this is Curious Piyush.
Piyush, I believe you 5 points, huh?
5 points, okay.
Huh.
So I changed to 5 points. So invite collaborator. So I've already invited, done. These 5 points. Or follow these. So this is also a rule. Try to take out all the words which are not necessary and still your sentence is complete. So follow these. I don't think this is required. So 5 points, 5 rules to remember your trainings, your business trainings, maybe. Can somebody make a better sentence? 5 rules to remember your business training. Can it be made in a nice way? Any suggestions? 5 rules to never forget your trainings.
To always remember.
Or
5
invite
rules
your
to
trainings.
always remember your training.
Okay, done. And then shall I press the share button or edit cover? So I will be editing the cover. Always try to edit the cover with your face. Your face, maybe you can put this also. So maybe there is a choice. I will put this or my face. Maybe this is better, I think. Because there is a graphic. I think graphic works even better. And that too hand-drawn graphics. So done. Let me share the link with you. Okay, so this is shared.
Training.
And where is the copy button?
One question, Piyush. In this caption, you can paste your script. Say you can put the content like what you're saying that you don't put in the context below.
You can do that also. You can do that also. So that's also correct. You can copy the whole content and then point wise. It would have taken a little more effort. But yeah, you can copy that and or maybe type as well.
But we can, because what you're saying, it's helpful.
So now what I'm doing here is I'm sharing, where is the, how can I see the chat? Okay, no worries. I'm I'm sharing my screen now. I'm sharing my screen and going on Instagram. So our Instagram is visual thinking. Oh, let me accept from my account as well. So I'll go on Instagram, my personal account, and then on the messages, there will be a message called as Visual Thinking School has invited you as collaborator. So I will accept, review, accept. Okay, so this is done, and this is the reel. Where is the reel? Yeah, this one. So here is the reel. Check out this reel and tell me how has it come. Where to share the link? Where's the link here? Copy link. Check this reel, folks. I'm also sharing it in the WhatsApp group. Give me a minute. Reel link. I've shared it in the WhatsApp group. Check. See if it is working fine. How are you feeling about the reel? Now, every reel, when you are making, folks, it will feel like it is getting so boring. But see, when your voiceover, when the video, when the music, when these transitions, all those things will come together, it will start looking entertaining. And this is what I have realized. While shooting, it will look like I'm doing so many mistakes. Oh my God, this is happening, that is happening. But when everything comes together, all these mistakes just vanish. So this is one way you can sketchnote your reels. In fact, now you can also make reels for somebody else's content. Maybe check out our website, and there are so many blogs there. Like last time, if you remember, on Yoga Day, Lavanya made something on yoga, and then I made the voiceover of it. So the same thing. Maybe I can show you. I can copy the link here and share it with you. Check this one. I'm sharing it on yoga reel. Check this reel. Let me share, and so here. It signifies I bow to the Supreme. The second one. Wait, let me share my volume as well while sharing. So share sound. I'm talking about this reel. Above, and it shows I. Okay, let me restart. so that you can see from the start.
Do you know all these 12 poses of the Surya Namaskar has beautiful meanings? Let me show you all. The first one is the Namaskara Asana. It signifies I bow to the Supreme. The second one is Hast Uttanasana. Hast is hand, Uttan is top, above. And it shows I open my heart to all beings of nature.
Are you observing that I also used pen this time? So because there are so many drawings, maybe the viewer will be confused which pointer I'm talking about. So using a pen makes it more real. It almost is like the teacher teaching you on the whiteboard. So you can also use a pen while making the reels. Any questions, folks? Any questions? So that will be your assignment as well. When you go to the sheet, which is, you will also see you have to make 2 reels in this week. So for that, of course, you have to make 2 long form sketch notes from the previous week, make it and then post the reel.
Piyush, but does it always have to be like just one sketch note and then you're speaking in with parts, or can we make like voiceover based, in separate portions so that you can easily show through?
That's also true. So maybe sometimes I use post-its, for example. Let me show you here. So now, I mean, if your base is clear, you can of course experiment so many things. So for example, you can make pointers on your post-it and then keep showing post-its. So maybe some pointers where debriefing is, for example, these are the steps what a trainer does: team building, goal setting, debriefing, action planning, conflict resolution, mood check-in, all those things. So these can be separate drawings as well. No need to have one single drawing.
Yeah, like when you used to teach us, we used to just flip the page and each part was there. It just makes it easier to comprehend.
Yeah, true.
Otherwise, like this Surya Namaskar reel, I know Surya Namaskars, but for someone trying to understand, it's a lot to try and take in and do justice to both.
Oh, very true, very true. Let me
Just
show if
share
I think-
the sheet now of the assignment, the level 1, please, so that we can copy it, today's mission and the
It's
assignment.
the same link. It's the same link. L1AS visual facilitation.
Okay, in the
It's
sheet.
the same link.
Fine, thanks.
Let me show you one thing which someone suggested right now. So this is mine. I think this was during this war thing, India-Pakistan war thing, where I made something with post-its. See, yeah, this one.
इंडिया ने सिविल डिफेंस मॉक ड्रिल अनाउंस किया है 7th और 8th मई को। क्या होता है ये सिविल डिफेंस मॉक ड्रिल? इसमें एक सायरन बजता है आपके मोहल्ले या गांव में, और ये मेनली होता है जब अर्थक्वेक की प्रॉब्लम है या फायर लगने वाली है या केमिकल लीक होने वाला है या अटैक होने वाला है। राइट नाउ हमने अटैक के लिए किया है। इसमें आमतौर पे सिविलियंस को फर्स्ट एड मेजर सिखाए जाते हैं। किसी को चोट लग गई तो ले जाना है कैसे, स्ट्रेचर पे कैसे ले जाना है, अपने आप को रेस्क्यू कैसे करना है, टेबल के नीचे असेंबली पॉइंट पे जाना, जमीन में ट्रेंचेस कैसे बनाना है, फायर लग जाए तो फायर कैसे बुझानी है, लाइट्स ऑफ करना, आमतौर पे घरों में लाइट बंद कर देना है, खिड़की के ऊपर काले पर्दे लगाने हैं। इसमें न्यूज़पेपर्स में आर्टिकल लगेंगे, ट्रेनर्स आके आपको सिखाएंगे, रेडियो पे आएगा और न्यूज़ पे आएगा। तो इससे डरिए मत, बल्कि इसमें पार्टिसिपेट कीजिए। इंडिया
Yeah, got it. This is what you were suggesting.
Yeah, this is awesome.
Yeah, this is more clear also. But what we did was last time I made on Canva, no? That's why. Otherwise, ideally, I would have done the same thing. Make 1 sketches in one post-it so that everything is more clear. And then you also have this black space. So the focus remains here then. So that's a good idea. Use post-its. I think as a trainer, you all should bring a lot of post-its in your Instagram. Post-it is the pride or the jewel of trainers. Post-its, markers. This is how people see you as a trainer. So yeah, good idea. Bring post-its and make like this.
Piyush, if the visuals are already drawn in Canva, then is the best way to create a video of the images one by one and then do the voiceover, or is there any other better way also?
So the idealist way would be, if you can draw it on with your on your post-its. But the second best way is what I showed you. So just record your screen.
Okay.
So if it's already in your Canva, or the third could be upload them in a PDF, get a printout from a nearby shop. That way it is on your sheet. And Just to give it a real look, maybe you can also draw your drawings using your sketch pens. So, try to improvise in this manner.
Piyush, another idea could be from the same thing like what she's saying. If it is already drawn, then like you were doing on the Instagram reels, if there could be enough spaces, transition between each of those, points that we want to touch, then you might still be able to do this. It might not feel so jumbled.
Yeah. It's always all the ideas are correct ideas, but this is the base. From here, you will definitely offshoot and build in your own creative ways. But this is the bottom line. Now, bring in post-its. Sometimes even this is engaging where maybe you draw with a notebook. So try to experiment. The more original, the more people will see. Ultimately, the bottom line is that people should think that this is not scripted. This is not a full-blown team setting. I'll tell you a psychology here. When a celebrity makes something which is absolutely wow, then even if you know that this celebrity, there is a director, there is a storyteller, there is a team, even the hairdresser and all, you won't find it odd. But if you are a common trainer, not a celebrity, and if your reels will be looking too perfect, then it always gives a feeling that this is scripted. That means you are doing all preparations to do that. Your script should be very original. People look at us for originality. For celebrities, you look to them with all the pomp and show because that's what you want to see. With us, the more original you will be. So basically, for example, maybe someday, imagine you are taking a reel and then you just open your book and there is a drawing here. And then from the drawing, you just face the drawing to the camera. And that is engaging. That you are so original. Always try to show how best original you could be. So for example, let's say I'm showing you these metaphors. So this could be my reel in which I'm opening a book and I'm showing, this is how you make customers. Or maybe you can make a story. In fact, you can use your finger also that, there is Ram and Ram did this. Keep it absolutely original. The more they will see you are opening your notebook, maybe exactly the same thing which you are feeling right now with me, If I move my camera more, you will peep in my room more. Oh, let me see how Piyush is drinking water. Oh, let me see how his table is. Let me see how this is. Are you also feeling this curiosity? The same curiosity we all have on Instagram. They all want to see your private life. And try to tease them by showing your private life. By your expressions, by your books, at least you know that, okay, I'm using this book. Even this is what people focus. Okay, this book, okay, Piyush ki handwriting aisi hai. Everything. These are your insight and that is what it makes more original. So try to show as much as possible. And hand drawing is already a good way to show your personal side because it's your hand drawing. So it's your handwriting. It's not something typed or something taken from Google. And of course, the third one is this. You can always have this whiteboard kind of a thing. And then you all have seen the reel which I recorded today. Let me share that version also. So these are all basically some of the versions which you can keep on trying. Visit my Instagram and you will see I keep on trying these kind of versions. This was another reel which I just made from.
A lot of us face difficulty in saying no at work. Here are 4 ways to say no at work politely. The first one is a respectful way by which you can say.
Yeah, same thing. I was recording my iPad. And then this one is, where is the one? This one.
This tree will help you notice those green flags so that you don't lose the right person. The first rule is the root of the tree. Respect and listening. Is the person listening you respectfully and not just hearing you? So is he listening your problems and absorbing it? So that's the first one, roots, listening and respecting. The second is the trunk, and that is accountability. Is the person holding himself or herself accountable for the problems he or she?
Yeah. Now, think from your own psychology. Do you think that you will trust this more? And this, because this is my handwriting, this is absolutely raw. This is not that I'm speaking something and then everything is flashing here and there. So I think this is more original. People trust this more. Any other questions, folks? Today was the longest session. Sorry, this is already touching 3 hours, folks. So next week, we'll be learning how you can make your YouTube videos with drawing on the screen. So you will be able to draw on the screen. By the way, next week, I'm not there. So this session will be after the next week. So next Monday, I'm in Albania. Sorry, I'm traveling a little too much these summers. So next week, we'll be learning air sketchnoting, in which we'll be drawing on the screen, right? So again, your YouTube videos will become more original. Let me show you quickly so that you know what I'm talking about. If you go to YouTube and search with, let's say, Visual Thinking School Graphic Facilitation, I made a video here. So I'm talking about this kind of reels.
My work is easy because I use ClickUp. Here's how I keep track of all my tasks. I start by brain dumping everything I need to get done.
Hello everyone, welcome to yet another done. Conduct different phases of the whole facilitation exercise. The participants to provide a solution. Graphic facilitation has the word facilitation and graphic. Let's understand what facilitation is. A lot of you might already be knowing.
Yeah, do you think this kind of YouTube videos will be more engaging? Because now you are almost drawing on the screen. You can communicate in a raw manner. Even drawing these arrows, circling the important pointers, these are all hooks. Yeah, so that will be learning in the next week. But please, now you are getting 2 weeks of your time. Complete all the assignments, especially the Instagram reels. I would suggest make it tomorrow itself. Make your first reel tomorrow itself. Ask me doubts. On Thursday, I'll be taking the doubt clearing session. So ask me doubts there. Yep,
Okay.
all good? Chaliye.
All good, yes. Thank
I
you.
hope
Thank
this
you
was
so
a
much.
useful session.
Thank you so
the
much.
pointers as well. I'll download it, the PDF of the storytelling format, and share it in the group so that you can also check out on the storytelling part.
Sure.
Okay.
Okay. Thank you. Bye.
Thank you. Good
Thanks a
night.
lot.
Good night,
Great
everyone.
session.
Bye.
Thanks.
Thank you so much. Bye.